ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Matt Hovey.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Good afternoon, TF2 fans. Welcome back to I-Series, the epicenter of the TF2 competitive community. It's absolutely great to see you all here again. And it's been so many times that we've had Team Fortress 2 on this stage with these people, with these guys that make this all possible, and with this absolutely amazing community. Applause for yourself. Now, let's introduce you to a man who probably doesn't need much introduction to most of you, but just for the sake of, let's introduce yourselves to Bite.
Come on, that was fitting,
that's
right?
good. It's like, oh yeah, right there. What's going on? How you doing, Bite?
I'm fine, stressed, but good. I'm very good.
It's good. It's been many years. This man is probably the best demo I've ever seen in my life.
I think a lot would disagree. I think if I'm looking at Cadus, I'm pretty sure he would claim it because he's a good demo man. I've got to say so.
True, but then again, it's not a Sami. So
True.
Back in the day. Still, we're here with TF2 once again. We got Aqua Tuning, who's managed to come out again to get everything going.
Yeah, Mr. Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal, what's going
on?
on?
Aqua Tuning, guys, give a round of applause, please. Sponsors of the Team Fortress 2 event.
Pascal, welcome back.
Woo-hoo. Hey, how you doing?
So over the years, you've managed to support everything really well with the community and all. Welcome back.
Well, cheers, thank you. It's great to be back again. It's great to see so many faces in TF2. It's brilliant to see you all here. We have some freebies, if you want.
Ooh, free things?
Oh, I don't think I want them. That wasn't very good.
You guys want some free things?
Come on, give us some noise!
Let's go and throw out some free things. So what do we have? We got a whole bunch of candy. Want some candy?
Haribos, some Haribos.
Haribos are out there. Let's toss them out. Let's get them out on the stage. Come on. That's down there as well. Let's get them rushed out. Down there. Aqua Tuning girls got this covered. Always good. So, and the rest. Down there as well. The box. Now, Pascal, what did these players go home with today?
Today, the first prize winners go home with a full water cooling kit from Alpha Cool. It's worth about £160 each, so there's 6 of those up for grabs. Second place winners gets a load of cooling accessories, fans, fan controllers, just to pimp up their PCs. And third place get a tub of Haribo, because they suck.
Yeah! Woo! A tub of Haribo. Do we have anything else to throw out? I think we do. A couple of mouse mats.
Should we go, I don't know, I reckon we should chuck some at the back, because those people have been missed out. Well, let's be fair to those people at the back. We've got a kid over here saying, I'll help. I wonder if he's actually going to take it, though. Are you throwing out as well, or?
We're going to go candies out.
Okay, we've got some fan coolers.
Some Phobia coolers there?
Yeah?
Yeah, awesome. Some fans. We're going to go and throw this out as well? Not... Put your eyes and all that, right? So what are we going to be doing with these? What are we going to be doing with these?
When girl gets back, we're going to get her to pick some 3 lucky people, 1 from each section of seating to get a nice little fan.
when she gets back. But when she does get back, let me just ask you a couple of questions here. You've been sponsoring Team Fortress 2 for quite some time now, and obviously a lot of us people know that. For those who don't know that, they have been literally doing it for the past, is it 4, 5 I-Series, I think? Obviously we value that with all the prize money that's there and the hardware and stuff like that. It's just great to see. How's this LAN been for you? And just explain to the crowd like what your company is.
Okay, so Aquatuning is a PC cooling and modding company, so we do all the pretty lights and all the high-tech cooling for gamers. So if your computer's running a little bit hot, it keeps crashing, and you want to cool it down a little bit, we're the guys that can help you, like install new fans, fan control, water cooling, making it look brilliant. I mean, if you've seen the Dragon PC on the MSI stand, that's ours, we built that, and that's all the cooling in that's ours. We also have the Resident Evil PC that was out on display earlier in the car park with some zombies, so if you've seen that, it's a pretty cool PC. And yeah, that's what we've been doing at the event.
Yeah, I mean, are you still looking to hopefully keep on sponsoring Team Fortress 2, or?
We are sponsoring Team Fortress 2 for the future, yes.
That's really good to hear, so round of applause to Aquatuning! Thank you very much, Mr. Pascal.
But before we begin, we got a couple of things to say to the crowd, specifically the community in general, because even though they're having good times, there's also some endings today.
There are indeed, unfortunately. I don't know if any of you know, but with Tapley and Firestorm leaving the multiplayer admins for Team Fortress 2 because of real-life situations or just not having a heart into the game anymore. Tapley, I've known him for ages, and he's been doing it for over 4.5 years.
If not longer.
If not longer. Firestorm taking over Mole's position, doing it for 2 years now. Solid as hell. And I thought we should recognize that and get a card. And we've got the presents for you, but I haven't got them here on stage because they're in our mini booth, so sorry about that. But I'll give you the cards that I've got prepared for you. These are basically cards signed by the community as a thank you for all the years that you've put in.
Gentlemen, join us.
So if you can come on stage.
Come on, Tapley. Come on, Firestorm. Let's go. There we go. Tapley's here. We have Tapley. There he is.
Like I was saying, a bit emotional, I suppose, because Tapley, I met you when you were like, literally, and I was still shorter than you. In Weapons of the Rebellion with Lofty and Co. when you were playing, and then you decided to go to the admin, and you've stuck at it all these years. Some of the multiplayer staff have signed this as well. That got quite emotional, saying that they've known you as the same time they started here. So, yeah, no, it's been a long ride. Obviously, I suppose the crowd want to know why you're leaving.
I'm having a baby.
And when is the expected due date?
I'm not showing yet, but it's due in November, and my wife's slightly worried because if it's going to come out anything like my size, she's not going to be able to walk first. So you know what?
That's graphic, but thank you. Yeah, no, obviously, safe delivery, hopefully, and the best of luck to her and you. Hopefully, it all is in good check. Firestorm, you've been doing it for 2 years now, and took over Mole's position, and I think Tapley wouldn't disagree to say that he's glad that...
Absolutely. Yeah, no, best co-admin I could have, I think. I'm going to get emotion in a minute. Oh.
And you've put your heart into it when you were in love with the game. Obviously, you're moving on, which is fair enough. Everyone's got everything that has a beginning has an end, so to speak. You're moving on to other games, is that right?
I don't really know what I'm going to be doing in terms of staff at I-Series events, but I should still be around. I've kind of suggested to Multiplay that if they find someone that has a lot of energy, wants to kind of get into the job, that I'll be around and more than happy to help them as well and show them the ropes and get them on the right track. And then there will probably be more Tier 2 events, no doubt, in the future. Just we'll see how it goes.
So shout out to those who are watching here. If anyone actually wants to be an admin for the Multiplay Team Fortress 2 future events, you've got to buy Tapley and Firestorm a pint first, and then also speak to Multiplay We are looking to fill that spot, and I suppose I'm doing some advertisement for Multiplay at the moment, but I'm sure they're appreciating it on some level for that. So obviously, as a community here, we'd like to thank you very, very much, and best of luck with all your endeavors, and obviously with the baby. So.
Tapley and Firestone.
Thank you very much,
everybody.
Tapley and Firestone.
They've made these tournaments happen.
Okay.
So what else do we have?
We've just got some free goodies from Critscast, the TF2 podcast, youtube.com/Critscast. They have done a lot of interviews this event of famous players. Check out their content, it's really good. Tempest and Comedian will be chucking these out. They are sticky bomb launchers, shirts, and stuff by Valve. So feel free to check away.
At least one, a sticky grenade.
Come on, these are worth. Can I throw one?
Yeah. You guys over there.
Now, let me see.
Launch a sticky.
Who really wants
Launch
it?
a
Who
sticky.
really wants it? Come on. Oh.
Man down.
Controversial, man down.
Manco t-shirt.
Okay. Okay, is that all the stuff? Oh my god, literally people are gonna rip the shirt to pieces.
They're feral.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All done, comedian? Yeah, all done? Yeah, cool. Right, okay, so before we get on to the final, because these guys,
They're behind stage.
Oh,
It's
they're
starting to
behind stage.
get sweaty.
Okay. So let's just do this quickly. I've got to say a big, massive thank you to the Vanilla TV staff this weekend. You have no idea how much time, sweat, and blood they've put into.
Oh, there we go.
Hello?
It's back on.
Is it back? Okay, so as I was saying, the Vanilla TV staff comprised about 17 of us this event. It's been absolutely humongous doing the coverage, getting the mini booth up with the help of Multiplay, Ari, everyone, literally. I can name all of them. Just too many to name in my head, and I cannot remember. So I just like to say a big thank you, and if we can have actually a round of applause to the staff for actually putting all the effort in. Okay, and very quickly, I don't know if you know, but we always do it every summer series at the very least, maybe spring. We do Cheerfuls. So Cheerfuls are basically a design of a concept of showing something relating to TF2 that could win you a prize. And it's not just any prize. There's some decent posters that come along with some hardware like mouse pads, mouse bungees, graphics cards, and something else, a mouse, I think.
A whole bunch of stuff.
And I must say, I've got a plug, and that is courtesy of Club 3D and TT Esports. So big up to them for providing these prizes. They provided a lot of hardware for us, over £1,000 worth of kit. So big ups to them.
You can get your sheets at the front of the stage.
No. Vanilla TV staff have got paper ready to give to the crowd. So they will be coming to your row. If you want any paper, pens, please share the pens because obviously we can't provide 1,000 for you. They'll be giving out paper now, and you can just draw your Cheerful. Just to give you an example as to a winner Cheerful, what it looks like, for example. That was one of the winning, past winning Cheerfuls that we've had, where TF2 basically headshots CSS, because at the time CSS was our rifle, and we always used to top them. I49, yeah. So it's not necessarily about being a good artist, it's about the concept. So if you come up with something clever that's very simple to do, then you can win. The prizes are for the top 10, and we'll do that during halftime or any pause breaks or at the end.
Indeed. Shall we get the
We
teams
should
on the stage?
indeed. Yeah, go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the arena, TCM. on the other side, Epsilon. Two men have managed to hold this community together with their vocal amazingness over the last few years, and I don't think we should wait any longer. Arx, Beta, let's begin.
Thank you, A-Spec, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, again to this Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. It's going to be our arch rivals of Europe, TCM versus Epsilon Esports, the best of 3 maps. It's going to be Gully, Badlands, and Granary, and the players are already on the server, and we're nearly ready to rock and roll, Arx.
We are indeed. So, should we have a little discussion on the routes these two teams took to get to the final? Starting off, first of all, with TCM. In the first round, having to overcome Commander X's team. It was a 3-0 on Viaduct. Then taking down Infused on CB Badlands 6-3. Taking down Epsilon on... Oh, no, sorry. Epsilon taking down TCM into the lower bracket. That was on Granary, and Epsilon came on top 5-2 the score. And then in the lower bracket, TCM played against Infused again. Came out on top on Snakewater and Badlands. The lower bracket final. They managed to beat IM, Team Immunity, on Process and Granary. And then finally, in the consolation final, they took down HRG in a, well, nail-biting contest over 3 maps of Viaduct, Gullywash, and Badlands.
Yeah, thank you, Arx. And obviously, Epsilon's route to the final, a lot easier this time. Yet to drop a map this competition. Have already beaten TCM twice already in that seeding group, as well as later in the knockouts. Of course, they did have a very lengthy matchup against HRG in that upper final. A 20-minute process round. Final score on that was 2-1. And just so you know, so probably the notable round 3, upper bracket round 3, was in fact a 5-2 Granary victory for Epsilon over TCM, and again a 5-1 Snakewater result. So very interesting results, and let's just see if maybe TCM can pull it out of the bag. I mean, they've been getting better and better throughout the competition. I must say they were a bit wobbly at the start, personally, but they've settled, beating some of the fat American favourites, HRG, of course, in that consolation final, as well as, of course, beating IM there as well.
It is interesting and, well, kind of funny that we haven't yet had a, let's say, intercontinental grand final, because we've had an all-American affair at I-46, and this time it is going to be an all-European affair. So I think either way, these two teams both deserve to be here, and we can expect a very, very good game out of these players.
Yep, and it looks like it's going to be Gullywash first. Obviously, no, we're not doing the old format of elimination. Already being picked. No gravel pit this year, unfortunately for us, but you know, should be like a great match. And you know, we've had some fantastic teams. We've had 4 community-sponsored teams, of course, our American friends, our Australian friends, as well as TCM and the French team. And just so you know, let's talk about the prizes. £2,500 to that first place, as well as that awesome Aqua Tuning water cooling kit. Second place won't go home empty-handed. £1,250 up for grabs, as well as some Aqua Tuning goodies as well. And third place, again, in our American friends, HRG will be going home with £850. So they don't go home empty-handed. And whilst we're just on results, so 4th, of course, Team Immunity, and 5th and 6th place were the Frenchies and Infused.
So just waiting for the remaining players to get ready. And well, yeah, what are your predictions, Beta?
Well, I mean, it's hard to go against Epsilon. TCM have been getting better, and I quote from Zebasai, "We will do something in the last 10 minutes of every map." Maybe that's, you know, some sniping plays. Maybe that's jukebox sniping, but seems to be fairly confident. This is a different event. You know, this is up on the stage, and I hope the TCM, and I'm sure they will, give us a fantastic final.
We do have a lot of their lineup. They do have experience playing in grand finals. I mean, you've got some real old school players for TCM. Yeah. Obviously, Rib and Bibbin, very, very experienced back in the Dignitas days, winning a lot of this. So I wouldn't expect these players to really buckle under the pressure of this grand final. I just think, yeah, they should be able to cope. And Epsilon, obviously, very experienced at LAN. Currently the dominating force in European Team Fortress 2, but, well, TCM just proven against the Americans they are a formidable opponent. And, well, they're going to put up a great fight, we're all sure.
Yeah, so we're about to find out if TCM can stop Epsilon to roll over Europe. The last 3 seasons of E2F12 champions as this lineup. As I said, undefeated so far. Got some great players, individual death matches, but you know, TCM looking like they could deliver. Bibbin and Cookie all there. The scouts death matching well. Rib there as well. Maryland, jukebox sniping, the Devil's Eyes bombing. It's going to be an interesting one, and I think who are the crowd rooting for? I guess any fans for Epsi? Okay, oh, come on then. Where's our TCM fans at?
Well, the crowd favourite has been decided then. TCM, the underdogs, and I think that's probably the reason why. But we will have to see as this game looks like. It will be getting underway shortly, and I honestly cannot wait.
Yep. So I guess one thing to think about here is just maybe some minor points that some people forget, and we've seen it throughout the tournament. We haven't spoken about them yet. It's going to be Nox. I must comment on the very low death rate throughout the tournament so far. Very pitiful plays, and you know, maybe on Gullywash it can be the same. But how would Epsi counter that jukebox sniping?
I think they'll just probably take the fight to them, get very aggressive, and just charge him down quickly. If you close the gap and don't let him get the pot shots, he might take one of you down, but then they're pretty much a sniper isn't a deathmatch class, so once you start getting all up in their faces, they have no chance to well, get those miraculous headshots.
Yeah, so we saw them do it against HRG, just using that sniper, that big door area. Maryland obviously quite renowned for switching it up to crits as well, and as we see Nox actually say on the same chat, he's actually stuck on crits. Maybe that's a little bit of gamesmanship already from Epsilon coming in.
Just trying to make TCM wary that, hey, they could be running crits to mid, but we won't know until the game does actually start, so just Nox will be needing to switch at some point between crits and Uber, and so it is quite important that he is able to change his loadout. Yeah,
so let's just think, I mean, one final point on this group standing. So what we did this tournament around was a top 8 group seeding, so all of the 8 favourite teams all went in a group together to give us some very highly entertaining matches on the Friday. Where actually Epsi finished, they didn't lose a map, so they played 7-1-7. TCM on the other hand, not so fortunate. Played 7, won 4, lost 3. They actually finished 4th in the seedings group, but they have come up over HRG and IM, and they are now rightly earned that area on that final stage arcs, and it's looking like, as I said, they've just been getting better and better. Come on, where should I be placing my money?
In this particular matchup?
Yeah, Gullywash, Epsilon versus TCM, arch rivals in Europe. You know, where would you put your £5?
I mean, okay, TCM did play on Gullywash earlier against HRG, and they came on top 3-5 was the score. I think HRG are a strong team on this map, and so I think that TCM have a chance on this map. I'd be more worried for them on the next choice of Badlands, because Epsilon are just so strong on that. So I feel that TCM need to really start strong and just take the fight to Epsilon and come out with their win.
Yeah, so one point to note as well, Epsi actually did beat HRG earlier on in the tournament on this same map. And that score was 5-2, and of course that was the upper final.
So that's quite comparable then.
Yeah, it's quite comparable, and you know, of course we saw that TCM game on this. HRG did seem to, obviously, the last couple of rounds, maybe they knew it was inevitable, that it was not going to go their way this time around, but you never know, anything's possible, and we're going to find out over the course of the next probably an hour or an hour and a half, depending on how many maps arcs. And you didn't actually answer my question.
Oh, I see. You want an actual prediction?
Yeah, I want an actual prediction. This is, you know, you're live on camera. None of this ask a question back so I forget. That doesn't work with me,
Okay, right. Well, I think that TCM have a good shot, and I'm actually going to go with TCM on this, mainly because of the scout combo. I think Cookie and Bibbin have been just performing so strongly on this map.
Pressure.
yeah, adding a bit of pressure to the teams who might be able to hear what we say. But yeah, they've been playing really, really good, and with Jukebox coming in to back them up as sniper, dealing extra damage with those crucial headshots, I think they might be able to shock some people and take this first map.
Okay, so obviously going with TCM, we will do our standard agreement, our gentleman's agreement, my friend, and I will go with Epsilon. Sorry.
That's who you would have gone with anyway. I'm sure.
I cannot confirm or deny this rumor. But I will go more amicable. 5-3 in favour of Epsilon, taking us to the second map, which of course will be Badlands as well. So I'm saying it's going to be a 2-mapper.
Okay, right, well, let's talk players.
Okay, let's talk players. So run us through the Epsilon lineup. We're just waiting on Nox to join. He's the medic, but run us through the rest arcs and tell us the cast they play.
Right, well, we are going to be having 4 Epsilon, Bash and Stefan, otherwise known as Shocky. Running as the scout pairing, very, very strong scouts. Bash has been playing exceptionally well this tournament, and we can definitely expect some great plays out of him. Their soldier combo is going to be Gear and Mike. Mike, arguably the best, if not definitely one of the best soldiers on Earth, and well,
on Earth there's a soldier outside of Earth that's better?
There very well could be, but we don't know of them yet. So yeah, as it stands, Mike often one of the only soldiers who can out-damage demo men consistently throughout maps, so definitely have a look for him. And okay, and obviously on Medic, they will be having Nox, great cooler, keeps the team together. Demo Man being numlocked, exceptional again, just playing really well this tournament. And the TCM lineup.
Yeah, TCM then, so we started with him, so we will start with them again. Bibbin and Cookie on the Scouts. They've been getting better and better through that tournament. Well renowned for their deathmatching capabilities, especially on those close quarters maps. Granary, probably one of their stronger maps. Even though they did lose a map early on to IM, I believe it was. But, you know, they're never to be underestimated. Fan favourite Zebasai, and of course his partner in crime, a Jukebox. Quite rightly named, very good. Both can play either role, pocket and roaming very well. Jukebox obviously quite renowned now for sniping, and we will see that hopefully later on Gullywash. And finally, last but not least, of course, we have the old schooler, Ribe, leading the team as Demo Man as well. Obviously part of that 4 Kings era, the Dignitas era as well, well renowned now. And finally, last but not least, of course, another fan favourite, we have Marilyn, and well renowned, and we get a big cheer for Marilyn. And well, let's see if we can see some very special magic plays and magic dodging, I hope, from Marilyn yet again.
It is interesting. A shout out is going to go out to Shade, however, in terms of interesting medics this tournament, getting quite a few of those crossbow shots in. Yeah,
deathmatch ability of Shade has been proven on LAN, and it's, you know, there's been quite a few individual great plays. I'm really looking forward to seeing some videos come from this event, and it should be very interesting to see some of these great frags that we may have missed as well. We're just still waiting on one more player. So, Arx, I mean, I guess, how would you rate Mike and, of course, Gear versus Zebasai and Jukebox? I mean, again, they're all very strong death matches these days. You know, you have to be at this top level. All 1,000 hours plus probably a soldier now for some of them, and probably more, probably double that. And yeah, so you know, what do you think about those 2-on-2?
Well, I think, okay, so Mike, obviously, as I said before, exceptional soldier. Gear has been playing really, really well this tournament. In terms of how they're going to match up against the TCM soldiers, well, Jukebox never plays soldier. He's always rotating onto snipers and spies, so it's kind of a mismatch up here. But Zebasai has been playing quite well this tournament. I wouldn't say, no, I think it would actually be fair to say he has been playing exceptionally well. And yeah, I think the Epsilon soldiers, though, are probably slightly stronger. Okay. And I think it's honestly the power of Mike.
Okay, so let's flick on his head. Let's go to the flanking. So let's go Stefan and Bash versus Cookie and Bibbin.
See, okay, so scout combos. Well, prior to this tournament, I would have said the Epsilon scout duo is just crushing everybody in its path. And however, this tournament, as I said at the start, Cookie and Bibbin playing really, really well. Every time I looked at the scoreboard, I'd see them as the top scoring players on the team, and I can assure you that was not just capture points. Up against still the mighty Epsilon pairing, I think in this tournament I will have to go with TCM here, Bibbin and Cookie. Yep, I'd agree. Outshining Stefan.
I'd agree,
and Bash.
No, I definitely agree, my friends. They had an amazing game against HIG, you know, right at the top of the frags. The flanking power from both of them is amazing, and as I said earlier, never to be underestimated, the power of those. So, Come on then, Ribe versus Numlocked. I mean, what does the crowd think? Are we Numlocked fans? Yeah. Okay, what about Ribe fans? So,
Well,
crowd going with Ribe, and Arx, do you concur?
I mean, I like the guy, but I don't know if we're on about a character reference here. In terms of TF2 ability, Rib's definitely getting back to his old ways, dealing tons of damage, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to go with Numlocked on this one. He has been an absolute powerhouse on Demo Man throughout this tournament. I think, no discredit to Rib, of course, he's been playing really well, but I think Numlocked has just edged him this tournament.
Okay, so that leaves us with the medics. Marilyn versus Nox, and maybe we should do that whole Ubersaw fight to decide the teams on middle. But, you know, they're both great medics, both have the movement, both have the strategies, and who would you rate above? Really hard to call that.
That is, because it's almost different roles. I mean, in terms of the most entertaining to watch, there's one clear winner there, and that, of course, is Marilyn, at least in my opinion. Nox, however, just coordinating his team really, really efficiently, and obviously his healing, and I haven't seen him drop an Uber this whole tournament, whereas I've seen Marilyn drop one, I believe.
Oh, wow.
I'm not entirely sure.
Big calls, Arx. Have you got the ammo to back up the words?
Well,
Where's the logs, Ari? We need your logs.
Yeah, someone find out how many times he's dropped. But yeah, regardless, I think that one, I can't call it, honestly. I can't say which medic is going to be, I would deem better, because they're completely different roles.
Yeah, so we found out how we believe the deathmatching classes will face off against each other, slightly in favor of Epsilon, but, you know, it doesn't just come down to those individual plays. It is a team game, and, well, the team will move together through all of the points, and hopefully there will be some great games for us. We are just waiting for one small thing to be fixed on the server. It is, in fact, I believe, just the weapons. Again, we just give you another shout out to our sponsors of this tournament, Aqua Tuning, of course, just hosting Team Fortress 2 Cups again, Arx.
They will do. So just a little discussion about the other teams at this tournament. Obviously, we've got to give a big shout out to the Australians of Team Immunity, playing very well, shocking everybody within the seeding group. So let's give them a round of applause for their performance at this event. And of course, we do have the American team of HRG coming over. Once again, an American team represented at this tournament. Didn't make it to the final this time, but was certainly well, they were a great team. Great showing for them. So let's give a round of applause for HRG as well. And last but not least, all of the other teams in this tournament. Let's just give them a big round of applause for helping participate and keeping TF2 strong.
Okay, so we're just waiting for a few minor points to be fixed. So let's move on to the other maps. So Badlands, then, you were talking about Epsilon being so strong on Badlands. Obviously, their structure as they approach those mid-fights, well, you know, really solid format. Maybe we'll see something a little bit out of the ordinary from TCM on Badlands. Maybe they need to cancel them, of course. E2 have to roll results and go against them, so that's the European Team Fortress 2 League. I guess to walk us through why maybe Epsilon will be the ones that will be taking Badlands.
Well, I think I remember TCM came up to me earlier on during the seeding groups, and they were talking about map choices, and they turned around and said, oh, they'll probably pick Badlands against us. And I think it was, basically I thought that TCM, their map was going to be Granary, their top choice map, and they were just always scared that Epsilon were going to pick Badlands because Epsilon are just so great at it. And so, yeah, that was pretty much the thinking to it. Epsilon, if they're going to make that as a map choice, then...
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if we do get a third map, where would your money go with Granary?
I think it's a difficult one because the two teams have played each other on this already this tournament.
Correct.
That was in round 3, I believe, of the tournament, and Epsilon did come out on top 5-2 on Granary. Now, that I would have deemed that as TCM's best hope in this tournament, well, in this match even, to get a good result against Epsilon. But that is the third map, and they've already lost on it. So I guess their hope kind of relies on Gullywash, a good result, but we certainly can't rule them out on Badlands.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe that Gullywash power will come in the form of Jukebox Sniper. Saw it earlier on versus HRG.
It could very well do.
Yeah, could be. And, you know, but Epsilon will be aware of that. Epsilon do, of course, probably have Bash who would snipe, or Shocky that would snipe. They probably both could snipe if they needed. But that's, you know, on that thought, talking about snipers, we've had some very crazy sniper players this tournament, and you know, I think a few of them deserve some recognition. So of course we've had Jukebox. We've also had Sheep playing sniper.
Oh yeah.
Quite popular now on the streams because of Sheep sniping everyone. And of course we've had Flippy, well renowned as well for his sniper play.
Size has been playing a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Him
Where, you know,
sniping.
where would you rate maybe Jukebox sniping against some of those the big names like we just discussed, or some of them maybe the older big names, you know, JH or Play Freddy 2, yourself maybe? And
I mean, people were aware before this, before they came to this tournament, that Sheep was a great sniper, and I think playing against obviously some of the best teams in the world, if not the best teams, well, the best teams in the world here, he's still proven himself to be an exceptional sniper. Jukebox, on the other hand, this is the best I've seen him play at this tournament. He is thriving in this LAN atmosphere as sniper. Can he do it with the bright lights on the stage? Well, we will have to see, but well, hopefully we'll see some more great headshots from him, and yeah, from anyone else who attempts it.
Well, Zebazai's got his 144 hertz monitor up there as well. We was discussing with me earlier. It was like, maybe they won't have 120 hertz monitors. I was like, I don't think so. Maybe they will. And
so you were both wrong then.
Yeah. Well, exactly. There's nothing we can do about that. Obviously, Multiplay hosting the event with all the latest tech up there. One thing I did want to say also is you covered it very briefly earlier, is just the damage output as well. So yeah. I know Mike, you said, has had some very good games. I know there's some games where he maybe not have put as much damage as he should have done, and I know that's been flagged up to me by some people. But playing very well this tournament, and you know, solid as you would expect, highly anticipated, you know, to perform well. And since Epsilon formed this lineup, they've been pretty much untouchable, haven't they?
They have, true, and they formed it because of I-46. They realised that they had some issues, and that there's room to improve. Basically, I mean, Mike back then playing for Quarantine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back at I-46.
Yeah, it would have been them. Yeah.
And so it's just being able to pick up these players. They worked out where their strengths were and how they could improve. And that was all thanks to the Americans. The American teams coming over and showing us how it's done. Obviously, back then, they made Epsilon and other teams across Europe think about how they can improve things. And this is the Epsilon we've got today, and they've been a really dominant force.
Let's stay on that trend of thought, actually. The American format, not the American format, the American flavour of the game. I mean, I remember last year specifically, and a great example was Heavy being pushed for last, which is not Granary. So the old tactic used to be get Granary, crits Heavy up top, so that's crits Krieg up top, and lets him do the job for you. But we've obviously seen it more and more frequently recently, where the Heavy's been used coming into Badlands last, Gullywash last. I saw it in Snakewater earlier on in the tournament. I mean, I think it was in fact Classic Mix-Up, wasn't it, that just introduced us to it?
It was an interesting strategy. Obviously, when you're defending your last, you've got no room to retreat, and so just having a Heavy there, it means you have to go and fight him, and you have to deal the damage. And when he's Ubered, he can walk straight up in amongst the middle of you, and you find yourself in a lot of trouble having to focus him down immediately. So it is a very, very strong play, and I think it was originally used on Gullywash, I do believe, just the Americans coming over. I think
that's
it was
right.
Mackie switching across to the Heavy, and it worked out well, but it can be applied to other maps as Badlands, Granary. It does not matter what the map is. You're still on your last point, and you still don't have a retreating option. Yeah,
exactly that, and we've seen it more and more frequently. We also see more pyro defenses now these days. It's all changing every time, which is one of the great things about Team Fortress 2. There's always a different way to do everything, and we've seen some of these lesser-known teams come up all the way to the top. And I guess Epsilon could be a good example of that, you know, as well. Some of their players.
Well, we've also seen a few spy plays. I mean, the thing about 6v6 is that while we do have our standard classes, and obviously people like the mobility of the scouts, soldiers, the single demo man due to limits, and a medic, other classes, teams have realized the strength of them, and we have seen engineers in this tournament. We've seen spies, we've seen snipers, we've seen pirates and
We've seen
heavies.
some big spy plays.
We've seen some
Jukebox again.
Jukebox coming out with backstab in the HRG game, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And yeah, so we do see the other classes feature. I know obviously with Highlander you've got all of the different classes and it is a great game mode, but just to let the people who might not have seen Team Fortress 2 6v6 played before out there, yeah, we do feature all of the classes, but there's a time and a place for the remaining ones.
Yeah, and it's funny really how it's changed over the last maybe 12 months primarily, because some people wouldn't have thought of stuff just before those Americans came over, and it's only great that the community helped out to bring them over. They brought them over again, as we discussed earlier, and maybe we can continue the trend next year, guys. Oh. Do we think we can have another tournament this big next year for Team Fortress 2?
Do we want one?
Do we want one? Aquatuning already said they're going to sponsor us.
Well, possibly. Don't quote that.
What we're waiting for right now, by the way, okay, is just for the whitelist to be fixed. Some players can't actually select the weapons they want. This is why we've got a slight delay. So it's just something that we want right. Some players have got playing trends, some players haven't, and we just want to make it all square. No excuses to be given or sort of half there already, and we're just waiting on that right now. So if you have just joined us, you haven't missed anything just yet. This is Multiplay's Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aquatuning. We are Vanilla TV's Arcs and Beta, bringing you this coverage. Of course, Vanilla TV is sponsored by Club 3D and TT Esports. We'll be starting very soon. It's going to be a best-of-3 format, Gullywash versus, with Badlands and Granary to follow if needed. And Epsilon and TCM made their way throughout the tournament. TCM taking the harder route, but Epsilon in that high bracket all the way, and it promises to be a great and exciting match. And some of those great exciting matches we did have earlier on in the tournament. So, you know, if you do fancy watching some Team Fortress 2, go and check out our YouTube, so Finland TV. And our video on demand service is right there. Some great games we casted. I'm not certain how many games we casted, but we had some great guest casts as well. We got Salamancer. We have, of course, Scully Bite. Me and Arcs doing some games as well. We also had some celebrity guest casts for some friends, but well worth a look. I would definitely recommend it, and you know, it should be good. Right, I've just been given the thumbs up from the main man, Tapley. So let's see if we're ready to rock and roll. Just waiting for the stream. We have, of course, everything that you would want forecasting, and we also have a special treat for you. We have open plugin powered by Blue. We also got VTV hard as well, of course. We want to make it as nice for you as it is nice for us here, the viewers at home. Hopefully this will be exactly the same what you're used to, and should be some great entertaining matches. I'm just waiting for them to ready up now, really, Arcs. And here we go. I've heard one team ready up. So here we go. This could be the start. Crowd, where's your money at? Where's your money at? Ooh. Server restart, so we're not ready yet. So, okay, one more time then. Who's here for Epsilon? Okay. So, who's here for TCM Gaming?
Well, that was
awesome.
Again
X-Man will be very happy at the front there. Right. So who shall I? Who should we? Oh, as we just retry. Ah, there we go. We'll just make sure that we're on the right server. Just going to be a quick reboot as we rejoin. So TCM then looking like they're the crowd favourites today.
They do indeed.
So Arcs, you went with TCM. I went with Epsilon. Obviously
the crowd went with TCM as well.
Yeah. So what are you trying to say? I'm wrong.
Maybe the crowd's on my side today.
So we'll be Gullywash first, I believe. I think we're just changing the level. There we go. And let's see what happens. I guess maybe TCM can finally get one over on their old rivals. It's LAN. You know, it's no
they were just waiting for the big stage.
Yeah,
they threw all the previous finals just ready for this moment. Epsilon will go in with overconfidence, and TCM just trying to take it off them on the greatest stage that TF2 has.
Yep, so I guess TCM obviously been ramping up throughout the tournament, getting better and better every game, and maybe they can do it on the big stage as well.
I think also we can give a couple of shout outs to some of the community sites that have been here. We've had Critcast, their crew over here. Nice, well, great coverage from them. I've seen them walking around doing interviews and keeping TF2 fun. Shout out, of course, to Team Fortress TV, great community hub came about recently, and it's definitely improved TF2 coverage worldwide, and so great shout out to them.
Yep, and of course, thank you to comp.tf as well, providing some good coverage, especially with the scores. So I'm not certain who was responsible for that here at LAN, but we do appreciate it. We've been using it as well. It made me. It meant that I didn't have to go and update all the tables. You'd already done the work for me, so that is appreciated.
And so, we are live.
Here we go then. So this is the Multiplay Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. We are Vanilla TV's Arx and Beta, bringing you the stream live as we follow Numlocked. Arx, take us through to this first mid.
Well, Demo Men are in. Scouts also over onto the point. Mike just jumping up to try and control it. 2 casualties already. Zabosai and Jukebox going down. And it looks like TCM will be falling out of this point. Bibben also going down. Epsilon dominating the Merlin and Rib, the only players left alive. And they've had to run back all the way to their last. Crucially, Merlin has been kept alive. But can they come out and contest this, their second point? I'm not sure if they're going to be able to.
Height advantage does it all for Mike on the middle of that point. Just capped it very quickly, and Epsilon ready to move in, trying to rotate up to that riverside, and look where TCM fancy returning defending from. Lobby area, very aggressive, and did see it earlier on in the tournament. Strong, and Uber has been popped by Epsilon. Here they come, trying to focus out the TCM players. Counter Uber comes in, Epsilon retreating quickly. This is going to be a recycle, I imagine, just trying to bait him onto the rest of the players. Marilyn might get caught here. It's only Roy that goes down. Demoman lost Jukebox down as well, so the soldier for TCM, they might find it hard, and here come Epsilon Arx.
Yes, so that is 2 players down for TCM, trying to hold on. They do have none of their heavy classes. Well, they've got 1 soldier. No soldiers now.
Whoa.
Only Medic and Scout. Cookie's trying to do what he can.
Soldiers
on the point. Numlock comes in with a huge pill, and Epsilon taking the first round. 1 minute and a half. That took them 28 minutes and a half remaining.
Yeah, what a fast start to this final, and exactly what we want. Let's see how TCM do it this time. We'll follow the old schooler arrive to this midpoint, coming through the main choke area. How are Epsilon looking?
Well, can TCM respond to that? They can't have another catastrophe round like that, as the players are coming in for Epsilon. A bit slower. TCM do have a good positioning on the points as Jukebox jumps over, manages to get a kill over onto Numlock. Jukebox does go down though, Bibben as well. TCM 3 players alive, only players Nox and Mike. Nox is running out the point, Mike trying to do what he can. Merlin goes in for the Uber Saw, gets the hit over onto Mike. In fact, it looks like a bone saw, but well, they are on the point.
Yeah, I think we still had some problems with that whitelist and getting their weapons from, of course, Steam. So we will talk about that later. You can see already that Epsilon wanting to defend outside as much as possible. They do have Nox Uber percentage slightly in favor of one of the teams. I will not call it. And look, looky here. You know, it's something that we may have discussed earlier, and no surprise, and I'll wait for that to be called. Yeah, so there we go. So sniper being run by Jukebox, trying to get shot into, headshot onto Numlock, takes a massive shot there, and here they come, they're coming through. Arx, it's being called, Rive leading the way, and Epsilon just stacking that riverside. It's such a hard place to get through. Gullywash choke points can be so difficult.
This almost looks rehearsed for Epsilon, the positioning of the players. They had 1 soldier sitting up top. Uber's been popped for Epsilon. Actually, as they're going aggressive here, counter Uber's been popped for TCM. Are they going to send players inside as Numlock does go down from rockets of Zebosai? Outside, the soldiers are just exchanging a little bit, but TCM got 2 kills down on Epsilon. Here they are getting control of this 4th CP, and wow, they've taken it. 2 players. Are they going to continue pushing to last? Jukebox still running that sniper. Looking in, he had a shot over onto the medic, but did manage to take it. He does get taken down. TCM moving inside the point now. Can they get the damage out over onto the Epsilon players? A couple of them were reasonably weak, but no, they've opted to back out and just get everyone back to full health again.
Uber percentage is about even right now. Surprised at that because Epsilon did so much damage, but maybe they fancy it. Looking like they want to come outside. TCM team sitting in that big door area. Of course, we can see that on stream there, right there. Nothing out of the ordinary still. They thought about it, Arx. They're going to sit back and let TCM have another go. as we just see them walk in now.
That's it. TCM so far looking very, very strong in this round. We will just see as a...
Sniper versus sniper, left-hand side. Bash switching on sniper. Jukebox has a shot on the medic. Just misses out. Will he escape? Yes, he does.
Just about.
And yeah, we can see them trying to keep the momentum going. Arcs. Sniper now on that other far side. It almost looks like he's got a wall hack on with our open plug-in. But Jukebox does finally get caught. And TCM sitting on that riverside at the moment. Both open sensors ready to rock and roll. And neither team really wanted to commit so much this early. 1-0 the score, still in favor of Epsilon. And here they come, coming through the lobby area. Uber has been popped by both teams. TCM will have a slight advantage. Bibbin and Cookie both taken care of by Bash in the background. They're going to have to go back for that cap arcs.
Yeah, with the scout outside of Bash just causing all kinds of problems. Will Epsilon come out as well? Bash has probably relayed to his team that, hey, they're backing off, come outside. And Numlock just putting stickies over at that choke. It's going to force TCM at least back to the mid. They will have all of their players alive to defend this. And, well, Epsilon do manage to break out of their last.
Yeah, frantic starts early round, early exchanges here on Gullywash. This is the first map, of course. And we're watching Epsilon trying to get through that choke point. One of the soldiers very close to that side, tempted to go round, just doesn't want to be baited onto those stickies. Numlock doing a good job there, obviously spreading them everywhere and anywhere almost. And again, a little bit of hesitance by Epsilon. Maybe this whole respect thing coming back into play.
Well, I think both of the teams are just about to get their Uber charges ready, and so it's just stalling it out for that little bit of percentage that they needed. And it'll be interesting to see who is going to take the initiative. Epsilon pushed out last time on just a single pick, so if they can get another one, maybe they will end up pushing. But Epsilon popping the Uber charge, trying to take down Zebosa. I got him to half HP, but then he is coming with that counter Uber, pushing through the big door. Epsilon have kept them back pretty well here. One soldier has rotated around up top. That's Jukebox picking up the health pack, but he's surely going to get taken down by Mike and Bash there. The rest of the TCM team, they are 3 players down.
Zebasai onto Numlock, takes some care. Can he take care of Nox as well? No, he doesn't. And in fact, it's going to be Epsilon winning that exchange, and Maryland all alone at his opposing choke point, on his own choke point, and Epsilon retake that midpoint.
Epsilon grabbing one capture point at a time. TCM just losing a bit of ground here. We do have Jukebox over on Sniper. Can he get another shot? He was desperately trying to wait for the medic, but Nox just not showing his health, not showing his head around that corner. As now Epsilon going to be taking this 4th point. I can't imagine anyone's going to be able to come out up top. Jukebox did have a look, but Soldier did block him off from being able to get that shot. And so now we find that TCM stuck on their last, opting to just sit back with that Heavy, and wow.
Here they come. Uber's been popped. Bibbin taken care of straight away. Heavy absolutely destroyed. Jukebox going to switch off the soldier. Is he going to get that back in time? Whoa. Loads of time on point. Jukebox does get back in time to come in and block. Only gets taken down. That little bottle kill from Numlock. 2-0 the score. And TCM just almost got through that choke point, but they didn't, and it cost them that round, Arcs.
It's just Epsilon pushing off of that one fatality for TCM there. Out of their last, they managed to just carry that momentum all the way to TCM's last. So now we are going on to round 3, 22 minutes remaining, as Epsilon just making their way into the point. TCM, one soldier underneath at the moment. He might probably, well, he'll make a jump in a second, as he's just waiting for the opportune moment. Jukebox finally going up. He's close on to the medic there. Medic manages to ride it around the corner, and Merlin's also gone down in the background to the scattergun of Stefan. It looks like TCM, they have players on the point, but no medic alive.
Yeah, Nox stayed alive there, did get out, surfed the rocket away from Jukebox as we watched him come up from under the point. They will have a huge advantage here. Maybe they fancy it. Spawners now coming in for TCM, but will they get there quick enough for the fight? Mike going to have a look, and well, TCM just drop out, and again, I'm relying maybe on something else.
Well, the question is, can TCM get this Uber out of Epsilon when they come in for the cap? Obviously, Epsilon are not going to want to use it as they just come through the door, but they've got to be wary of that threat that is awaiting them around that corner. And so, just seeing they have edged their way into the point now. TCM have to be aware that Epsilon have that Uber charge, but they are holding ground for the time being. Just they really need to get it out of them.
Yeah, again, Epsilon just trying to bully people off the point. Jukebox still running on the sniper on that big door. Oh, Medic does Uber, so they did force the Uber. Merlin still hasn't got his. Merlin's still hanging on. Oh, Jukebox headshots the soldier as he comes around the corner. He's so weak. Is he going to finish him coming out? Escape plan gets him down. Gear goes down. Jukebox again, and Epsilon might be in trouble here. Of course, Marilyn did use that Uber as they came through the big door. Numlock all on his own. Scout rejoins. Nox trying to get up. There's a Scout behind. Cookie gets destroyed. Marilyn gets taken down. Numlock. Great peel, and it's only Rib left versus 2 Scouts. Will he stay alive? This could be a potential wipe for TCM there, and will they hold on, Arx?
They're not going to have time. 3 seconds for, well, the rest of their team to spawn. Oh, okay, they managed to take down Bash. Other Scouts of Stefan is in there. Numlock gets caught down. They might have overextended a few players here. This could be an opportunity for TCM to try and push out. We're having a look. They are sending players out. I'm not sure if anybody's in any position for a back cap or anything, but, well, I'm not looking around everywhere as Bibben does manage to take down Mike. 2 players down for Epsilon there. Only 3 were alive, and TCM are going to be able to break out and take back their second.
Overextending there slightly from Epsilon, and it's cost them. They're now on their 3rd CP. Got to defend from the back. Numlock's there leading the way. Here come the TCM team. I expect Epsilon to drop out. I'm not certain about the Uber percentages. I'm not certain if the team knows, so we won't call that just yet. But, of course, TCM captain and Soldiers come up from jump down. It looked like that was, of course, as Zebzai who's jumped away again. No, Jukebox there, in fact. And we're going to have a little battle on that big door again, Arx. Here they come through. And let's follow Ribe as he comes in. Uber's popped.
That's it. Uber is popped for TCM as they are making their way forward. Counter Uber is popped from Epsilon. That's quite a significant advantage. Numlock doing a great job trying to stick you out, but in comes Bibben. Pressures him back as the Epsilon Uber still was going for a fraction of a second, and that kept Bibben, well, it caused Bibben to lose his life as now TCM trying to fall back just with Rib and Merlin as Epsilon still 6 players up. Do manage to take it, but meanwhile over on the flank, Gear is there. He's trying to just come in and see if he can surprise the medic, but he has been called and is going to have to either fall back or commit to fights against the Scout, but no, Bibben gets taken down by Numlock just outside the lobby, and I think Epsilon are going to get this point, and TCM not going to have any form of answer to it.
Another 4th CP fail on that push for TCM. They've been pushed all the way back to their last CP. Plenty of time left still in it, but the score is 2-0 in favor of Epsilon. And, well, they are definitely in the ascendancy on this first map. To see where Epsilon fancy trying to make their way into point again. Change of strats again, maybe, potentially. But always disappointing.
Right,
here
so
we go,
Uber
outside.
Uber's come out from TCM. Epsilon just about popping theirs now, and I think that might have just been the objective of TCM there. Just get that Uber out of them, and then they can start thinking about making additional plays. But Zebosai does come down, go down, and that is going to be one of their soldiers down. Epsilon might just try and push in off of
Bash
that.
is on the point.
Numlock also takes down Cookie. Bash from behind the point. Jukebox does take care of it, but that's 2 plays down. Bash goes down. Stefan is also fallen, and well, we'll just have to see. Is there enough here? TCM with 2 players live. 1 player just spawned. The Scout there is Medic trying to just get a deathmatch in there, and well, Bibben takes care of him. Complete wipe for Epsilon, and TCM pushing out to their second.
Fantastic hold again by TCM. Do not want to give up another round. And they will capture their second point. There's a Scout, as you can see on screen. That's, of course, Wishes Bash, who's run away, rejoined the front spawners, and yeah, looks like all 6 got front spawn as well, Arx.
Right, so TCM, will they be able to carry this momentum forward? I'm sure that Epsilon will be aware of an advantage that TCM do have. How great they might not know. But TCM making that push into middle. Now jumping Soldier of Gear trying to get down the Scout. He does manage to take down Cookie, so that's 1 death there. But Stefan and Gear do go down for Epsilon. TCM pushing forward, getting a bit of time on that capture point. Are they going to have the help in place to
chasing Nox. Oh, Nox! It does get him. Wow, great play by Jukebox. But will Marilyn get caught? Pulled that for Marilyn. Oh, Marilyn just 62 HP, manages to escape. Epsilon 2 players up at the moment. Here comes the spawns. It's almost like a trade. 2 down, but 3 spawn. And they're going to capture that 4th CP.
Yes, indeed, they do have that secured. They also have a slight Uber advantage because Nox went down. And it'll be interesting to see if they are going to wait and build that charge up, or if they are just going to make a push. Epsilon just trying to see if they can secure their top lobby there. Gear putting a lot of pressure in TCM to fall back out of that lobby area. And that's going to mean that TCM, when they make their push in, they're going to have to first of all secure the lobby and then secure the last point. And that gives Epsilon somewhere to retreat to if their Uber is popped.
Yeah, watching Gear at the moment, just up on that balcony area. Again, a bit of a slow up down in this game. We're watching the scouts now come through. It looks like it was Bibbin who's leading the way, and here they come. Uber has been popped early. He's going to go straight after that Pyro. Need to get him down if they want the Uber to be successful here. Does get taken down. Counter Uber comes in from Nox, and Epsilon looking like they're going to hang on to this Arcs. Let's just see if TCM do keep the players alive so they can do another recycle and try and lock Epsi in.
Well, that is it. They are.
Oh, here they come.
Soldier was looking to go back in, and we'll have to take into account Zebo side there. And he is over on the last TP. Game time though, he's not going to be able to cap it on his own, but so close, sending all of the Epsilon players back. TCM, however, only one player left alive, and that is Rib, the demo man. And well, it looks like Epsilon are going to push out yet again and secure this, but they've always got to be wary of that back cap threat.
Yeah, again, TCM just making sure that they went all or nothing. Oh, Cookie just misses out a shot on Nox. Almost like Nox knew he was there. Gear does take care of him, and they're going to be defending their third CP yet again. And with their Nox with a substantial Uber advantage, as you can see on the stream, be hard if they can hold it. Watching Mike and Gear now do the work, go to business, and well, capturing that midpoint. Relatively uncontested, I would say.
It looks like a bit of deja vu here. TCM are playing really good at the offensive stuff, but just can't finish off those rounds. And once they start getting pushed back, they seem to be pushed back all the way to their last. As the Uber does come in from Mike, getting Ubered from his medic, jumping up top. Not going to be able to accomplish too much with this, actually. He's just trying to pressure them back, and it is going to get them this, or at least some time over on this fourth point. But TCM have that option to come out in a few seconds. Will they be taking it? The point's nearly capped. Soldiers jumped out there, ready to block the cap, and they're coming round the corner. Uber is popped. Demoman might be able to get some nice damage over on these two scouts that are still jumping around. Bash and Stefan do go down, so the back cap threat is somewhat eliminated. But we'll have to see as TCM do make their way into the midpoint. One Soldier of Gear has flanked around the back. Scout is fighting him. If he can win that fight, he might have a pain train and be able to finish that cap. No, he doesn't have a pain train, actually, but he does get taken down in the end. And, well, Epsilon having to fall back to their second.
Yeah, Nox staying alive, most probably managing to build that Uber up very quickly as well. They do be quite close, really, in advantages-wise, so not to worry about that. And just looking where Epsilon fancy it now, setting up a regular defense, not sitting up on that balcony area like we saw earlier on, so maybe they know that they're not thinking about it. And I'm just going to see watch the flank as well, while Arch should keep an eye on the main. But TCM just quite happy to slow it down again as we approach that 10-minute warning.
That is it. So Cookie just peeking in the flank at the moment just to see if maybe there's an opportunity.
Jukebox in on Numlock, up in the air, going for Nox. Nox manages to hang on. What a hold. Well played, Nox. What a hold. Fantastic hold. And will this prompt the push Arcs?
It has done in the past. We'll have to see if Epsilon will come in off of that single-player advantage. It looks like they're making their way through the choke point. Demoman in a bit of trouble there. The Uber is popped. Counter Uber popped. Great save there onto Zebosai and by Merlin, and they are pushing around the corner. They're going to have to back off surely, but Zebo does commit to it. Soldier goes flying into the air over. Nearly landed on the medic, actually, as the scout has come in. Whoa, go over onto Nox. Can he take him down? He needs to hit those shots, and he helps to back off as Rip does manage to take down Gear in the little spam fight, but TCM going to find themselves in a bit of trouble here. 3 players down.
Yeah, and scouts them to arrive. Jukebox coming in to lend a helping hand. He's actually using the Boston Basher to get away. Shocky was then. I'm not really sure how that was working out for him, but Jukebox shut him down. As you see, TCM do actually win that 4th CP. They want a round on the board, maybe approaching that magic 10 minutes Zebasai was telling me about earlier on.
Yes, so here we go. TCM just capping out this 4th point now. They will be moving through to last. They do have an advantage. I think Epsilon would have been aware of that, but is it really going to matter? Well, we will see as TCM looks like they're going to make a push through the standard direction, well, the right-hand direction, as actually Soldier and a Scout do jump in to force that Uber. They've done it. Now it's all about, can Marilyn not pop his Uber? Can they move backwards? Scout is desperately coming out to try and force that Uber. Rest of Epsilon are in the lobby. Merlin, a bit of miscommunication here, but does manage to take down a couple of players with the rest of his team. Have they got the numbers here? There is a back cap currently going on, and TCM going to have to send some players out to deal with that. But once they've cleaned these up, they might have a shot of just running towards last. Cookie taking down Stefan there. 4 versus 2, but players soon to respawn. Are TCM going to go for this? Are they going? It looks like one scout's committed in. He does get annihilated by Numlock Stickies. Soldier and Scout and Demo were committed into the point, having to back off there, and well, we'll just have to see if they can make some sort of push, as underneath Jukebox does get called. He was just sitting underneath the capture point there, seeing if he could get a cheeky back cap.
Oh, maybe just slightly too fast there for TCM. I guess it was good work to try and push out to right, force that Uber, but now Epsilon might just try and bully their way out, and it's only Numlock out of the team at the moment. He's on his own. We'll need the help of the rest, and TCM don't look like they want to give it up. Time's through on the point, and will have to give it up, and again, TCM just failing to get a point on the board, but still plenty of time.
So we do have TCM holding that midpoint. It'll be interesting to see if they are going to make some sort of push here, but Epsilon look like they are going to be the ones who could make a push here. Soldier just peeking around the corner just to see where the team are, who will be relaying that information on to the rest of his team. And, well, the sniper of Jukebox has been called. Soldier just waiting around the corner. He could be a potential target. Jukebox missing the shot. One of those rare occasions here, as TCM opting to go through that big door entrance. Jukebox again coming in close, but not getting any kills there. And we'll have to see, are TCM going to commit to this? A lot of spam from Numlock keeping them back at the moment, but it's, here we go.
Uber's popped, and here they come. TCM trying to get through that big door. Mike's there to block. In fact, he's just trying to pin Marilyn. Marilyn's still jumping around, does get a rocket on him. Headshot in from Zebasar. Jukebox, in fact, just sitting on that left-hand side, still now finally going to get taken care of by Mike. Mike going massive there, taking 4 players with him. And it could potentially be a wipe. It's only Cookie Left who tries to come in on Nox, and again another kill for Mike, and that is a wipe for TCM. And Epsilon definitely in the ascendancy. We've gone past that 10-minute warning, Nox.
It is great play from Epsilon there. They will be trying to carry that momentum forward just over onto this 4th CP, and we'll have to see if they are able to push on and just take that. Will TCM put up a fight this time around? Well, we'll just have to see, as both teams are just working on getting their Uber charges up.
Yeah, we will come back to that in just a moment. TCM just setting up for the defense. Pretty standard approach. I think Epsilon won't be used to, and it might have been called there, by the way. I'm just going to see if he manages. Here we go. It's going to be mighty close.
He's been seen, but going for the pistol deathmatch. Oh.
No, he got called, so Jukebox running Spike did get called. Numlock now approaching down to that midpoint. 4th CP, sorry, and Numlock through there, wants to try and challenge the Scout there. Epsilon carried on pushing. It's a Scout on point. They could just walk all the way through to last here. Uber comes in. TCM in a terrible position at the moment. They need to get some bodies on the point to block. Counter Uber comes in, and finally, yes, they do block it for now, but wow, Epsilon really turning up the pace there, and nearly another score on the board.
Epsilon do love making that push where they'll continue to push already into last before they've even got any time on that 4th CP. And that's what they tried to do there, as Cookie does get caught out by a sticky trap from Numlock. 1 player down. Epsilon could push that, even though they do not have their Uber. If they can find an appropriate entrance to come into this last CP. Mike getting a bit weak there. Gear does try and come in, and actually there's 2 players down. There is time on the point. 1 Scout sitting at the back of the point. Does get taken down, and in fact they've got to be careful of the other players coming in. Demarang does get taken down. The 1 Scout of Stefan is still alive, and this could be a complete wipe. TCM managing to hold on to their last, and they'll be pushing out with their 3 players to try and take this point back.
Oh, here we go. So Gear does get the spawn, has been called to that choke area. Want to capture that 2nd CB back as quickly as possible. TCM do stop these front spawns. In fact, the whole Epsilon team do, in fact, get that front spawn. But have they overextended? Nox might be in trouble here. Nox is caught by Vivid and Jukebox. So that's a big loss for Epsilon there. Now they will not have the heals, but surely TCM can come out and bully this Arcs.
They will be able to. They're just trying to get their players overhealed there, as the Zebaside does go down to the rocket from Mike. Can they actually push out here? There's a lot of damage going out on the TCM team. Molin's so weak, he does go down. Mike takes him out. Epsilon here have the numbers. They have the damage. Rib's very weak. He goes down. Only Jukebox alive. And the only saving grace for them is that they did manage to recap that second. But, well, Epsilon, they've got numbers here, and they could just potentially go in.
Yeah, I think pretty much Nox and Marilyn spawning at the same time. So let's see who can build faster. Come on, guys. TCM need your encouragement here. They want to turn it around, approaching the last 5 minutes of this map now. And it's all to play for still. 2-0 the score. First map of Gullywash. Best of 3 format. So we might potentially have 2 more maps to come. And let's see how Epsilon want to try and do it again, Arx. Let's see if they can do it.
We are getting to the point of this game where the clock is coming into play. 6 minutes remaining, and remember, TCM need 2 more rounds to get this to go to a golden cap. So very soon, they're going to have to start making plays. They're going to have to start pushing out. Epsilon quite happy to just stall for the time being. They've got no real motivation to push in unless they get some sort of advantage, whereas TCM, they need to make something happen. As the Uber does come in for Epsilon, counter Uber is popped from TCM. TCM just trying to push them back. Heavy is still on pretty much full health. So Epsilon, will they just try and recycle, or is that all they're trying to do? Because TCM surely can't push back out without an Uber, and Jukebox does go down.
Yeah, Soldier down for TCM. Mike still causing problems and blocking the lobby area. Here come the rest of the Epsilon team. The Scouts leading the way. As you can see now on stream, Bash onto the Heavy. Massive 3 meat shots, 4 meat shots. He's going to go down, gets the heal from the medic. Sebasai still there to block, and Epsilon now look like, actually, you know what, we're hiding around. Gear is the loss, though. And will Sebasai chase up that Riverside? Still just firing out some rockets, just showing his presence, pushing them back. But Numlock's there with those stickies, Arx.
That's it, so Nox outside. Oh, and the Stickies do manage to take down Jukebox. That's 1 player down. TCM, only 4 players alive. Others are spawning. They have got time coming out on their second point. Numlock just coming in, getting a lot of damage out on the team. Rib's going to get caught by the Scout. Surely Bash finishing him off. Scout outside of Bibin also gets taken down. TCM, they have to use their Uber, but they haven't yet managed to cap that point back. They're retreating all the way to us. One Scout is running for it. He is quite weak. The rest of the team's also coming in, so they have to be very, very wary of that. And wow, let's have a look if they can do this. Soldier on the back of the point, he's just touched it now. Takes down 1 player, that's Mike, takes down a second. Merlin, oh my gosh, Mike coming in, finishing that cap off. 3-0 is the score to Epsilon with 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. TCM need a miracle.
Yeah, and still enough time for TCM to turn it around, but looking like it is going to be 1-0 on the map score to Epsilon, but can they do something? Maybe this is time we see aggressive play from TCM, and here we go, another mid-fight arc to take us through it.
Well, as the players do just arrive now, Soldiers again
both
from Epsilon.
Soldiers.
Epsilon have taken so much damage. They've got 3 of their players out in the red, and can TCM finish them off? 4 of their players in red health, but they do have the medical life, and well, yeah, they have fallen out of the point. That wasn't a fight that was going to win. Gear does go in, but Rip takes him out, and TCM convincingly taking this mid-fight. Can they carry this momentum forward? They need to do things really quickly here, and they get already stacking that 4th CP.
Maybe TCM just like to be behind by a few points before they snap into game. We saw earlier on, actually, that FC went, what was it, 4-0 up? Yeah, 4-0 up, and in the end, FC still just won by like 5-4, I think it was. Yeah, so, you know, we saw that earlier on in the tournament. In fact, it was 6-4, in fact, so, you know, would have been close. But here we go, Jukebox just looking on the stream at the moment. Arx, keep an eye on the action. Maybe waiting for we know what. Oh, yeah, he's been called. So Jukebox under the point has been called. Trying to escape, doesn't get away. And in fact, I thought I saw a Heavy there as well. Epsilon just running Bash as Heavy, and Epsilon going to manage to fall out. Marilyn goes down courtesy of Shocky. So this push hasn't worked for TCM. Let's just see if they can hold on to that 4th CP. Will Rive go down here as well? Rocked up by Numlocked and Bash, and that is basically a wipe because Jukebox was a spawner, and it's only Bibin left all on his own, just by the big door, and yeah, they're going to lose that 4th CP, and they are running out of time now, Arx.
Zeberside did try to go in for that back cap, just trying to make some sort of play, but he was called, and this is what I mean about trying to play when you've got to take into account the time left. He would not have gone for that otherwise, but they just had to try and make something done. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. TCM do control that midpoint, and in fact, they control the 4th point even. So trying to make a push, but 3 players down for TCM. Epsilon might be able to make a push out here if they feel necessary. Yeah, a bit of gamesmanship now from Epsilon, knowing that the time is slowly ticking away. All in TCM's court. They need to pull something out of the bag here. They're definitely running out of time on this first map. And well, Badlands will be following, and you know, I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary yet, but you never know what might happen. Well, we'll just see as the Uber has been popped. Heavy is forcing the TCM players to move out of the point at the moment as Jukebox is moving in onto the team. And gets a snap over to Nevermind. Can you take down a Heavy? Not with that gun, you can't. As Epsilon now just holding on. TCM, can they make this push count? Can they get a point on the board? 2 players alive. Merlin's very, very weak. It's down to Rib, and he's having to back off. But now Nevermind is coming out with the ball. 1, 2, he's spinning it. Coming out on top. gets finished off. Merlin as well, coming out with the kill over onto Nox with the needles. Medics exchanging. And wow, some crazy action there as this game does begin to wind down. But wow, we will see if TCM can still get a point on the board.
Crowd loving that, actually. Nox just seems to stay alive forever. Forever. We were raging if that was me, but, you know, it's part of the comedy and part of the fun of TF2.
Indeed. So, TCM still do have time to claw one round back, and that is something that they want to do. You don't want to finish with no points
finish
on the board.
Positive, finish on the high. Here we go. So, TCM, 30 seconds left. They will not probably have the Uber charge in time. They know that Merlin went down relatively late. And Soldier of Zebside does come jumping in. And Nox taking out the back. Both soldiers down for TCM at the moment. Will they get that cap point? Scout comes jumping in as well, but Epsilon's solid defense at the moment. Another scout of, I believe, Bibbin. Rib comes in as well. Bibbin still sitting up top.
16 seconds.
Only Bibbin left there. Merlin's going to probably come and jump in, but he's getting the full heal from Bibbin. Merlin.
They've got to do this quick.
Bibbin goes down. Merlin coming onto the point. Only going to be Merlin, but comes out with the needles.
Oh, well, one soldier on the point. Great defense there. GGs have been exchanged, and what a great first map. Can TCM come back in the second?
So 1-0, the map scored to Epsilon then, and TCM probably not happy with that scoreline, but Badlands to follow, and all to play for, Arcs, all to play for. Great game by a few of the players there, especially Number putting down so much damage. Scouts of TCM, pretty damn effective on Gullywash there. Still top fraggers for the TCM team there, obviously. And we're now probably just going to take a quick break. We're going to switch over to Bite, and we'll be right back in just 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm good. Thank you, Beta. Congratulations to Epsilon for winning the first map. For all of you disappear, I just wanted to know and see and look at your cheerfuls so I can have an idea if, you know, who's going to be the winner. So I need to look at some good cheerfuls, really. So put your cheerfuls up so I can see. Heavy. Hey, thank you very much. Let's take a look so I can get closer. i49. Oh my God, there's so many, Jesus Christ. No one expects the other team. Wonder, cool, release the roll. Do not breathe. Merlin, yes, thank you, sir. Here we are. Oh, thanks, mate. This is a sticky. Okay, that's a good one, I like that one. It's very nicely drawn, very neat as well. Donkey. That's a TF2. I like that one as well, the one at the back. Who is that? No, yeah, you, the one turning around. That's very nice. Spy one's not a bad one. James Bond, I get it. Seagulls beat kangaroos and eagles. Nice, good message. DF2 final pile of hats. You should give that to Valve, right? I'm sure they'll make it. Prem only, top tier. Cheers, bye. Definitely. Thank you very much. Nice shower sideshow. Is that like a hidden message? Confused. I like it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that one. Rocky jump. That's a good attempt. I like it. I'm liking it. I'm just trying to get an idea, obviously, ladies and gents, so that at the end of the game we can give out the prizes. Remember, it's the top 10 cheerfuls will get a prize. Take a look at the other side. I've still got to go to the other side. Merlin, yes. Sarah spelled Merlin as Merlin. Let's take a look in the middle. Go on, Gubbins. Is it something appropriate? Nice. Is that raise your dunk? No, raise your cookies. Take a look. I gotta say, that this is a good one here. I don't know if you want to get it on camera. He'll get there eventually, I'm sure. Haribo, really guys. Clumsy, painful, crazy. That's very nice. I like the cutting out. How did you do that? Did you get some scissors? Impressive. Nice. Using a pizza box. Clever. I like it. Outside the box, or on the box in this case. Sheepy, sheep. I like it. I like that one, actually. That's from Rinta. I like it. Jukebox shots everyone. That's a good one as well. Keep calm, carry team. That's a very good one as well. Oh, that's a sick burn right there. What's with all the hate towards Infused? Who will be kicked next from Infused? Impressive. Cheers, bite. Yes, thank you for that. That's a very good one as well. Add CP to calm for us to came by the rooster. What the hell is that? Okay. Cheapy land dodging hacker, I see. Let's take a look on the right side. Those on the right side, if you've got any cheerfuls, you want to P-Rook. That's a good one, actually. That's a good one. I like it. Not too strong. Spy. Play medic, they say. Lol, Mantanos. War loves Clive, of course. Scully, best caster worldwide, apparently. I see. That's a nice. I like the heavy one. That's very nice. I don't know about these flags, though. Get rid of them. EU and America. No thanks. It's Australia all the way, no? Penalty comes in, painful there. Any others? Okay. Some really good ones, I've got to say. I saw. That's a good one. Where is that one? Where is the logs.tf one? Can someone put that up? That one there. Is that who's that? Is that Anderson? Yeah, Anderson. That's a really good one. I like it. What? Oh, is that the stat with you getting a higher damage on Mike? I think that deserves a prize. We'll see. But yeah, I've seen some really good ones actually. Not gonna lie. Just keep, guys. If you need some paper, there's some paper on the side of the rows. Just ask the people sitting next to them to give you some paper, and the pens are next as well. So you can. There's still some time to draw some more cheerful. So by all means, draw some. And the prizes are some TF2 posters, some quality TF2 A2 posters, headsets, mice, mouse bungee, the unicorn, which seems to have moved a little bit somehow by itself. What else? Other prizes, mouse pads as well. So that was the one I thought was great as well. Now we can see the person sleeping as well with the medic as well. Hey, you see. So yeah, I wonder, are they ready yet, or are they on a break? Let's take a look. Are you guys ready? Sapley? Sapley? Do I have extra minutes, or are they ready? Okay, so apparently they're ready, but before I go offline, we have a top prize of about 400 to 450 pounds worth of kit, mechanical keyboard, graphics card, water cooling gear, came with it, courtesy of TT Esports and Club 3D. If you stick around, unfortunately after the match, because we don't have time as the players are ready, so it's to win some really good gear. So if you stick around after the match, and we can do a quiz, because yeah, there is it's an interesting question to Team Fortress 2, and see if anyone in this room can actually get it right. But yeah, it should be back to the guys on the stage. Oh.
Well, technical issues. As you can see, I don't have a colleague with me at the moment, as he just needed to take a short break. But well, this map should prove to be exciting, as TCM looking to come back into this on CP Badlands, and well, we will have to see how they'll be able to do that. So, does anybody in the crowd think that TCM can still do this? Crowd does appear to think that. And who here thinks that Epsilon will take this second map and therefore the tournament? A few people. So, I think people still want well, TCM to do it about even on Volt, the vote, multiplay.co.uk, as in who is going to win this game, 50% each. So, TCM looking like they are already in this with the players in the server. Epsilon, 5 players here, as my co-caster does join me again on the stage.
Apologies, a break was required.
Just leave me hanging,
Good morning, Capable. So actually, I've been checking the stream chat. Obviously, something about you, ukulele, TF2 song.
Yeah, not right now.
Yep. So does anyone in the crowd want to hear Ark's TF2 song afterwards
No.
with the ukulele? Oh, the crowd speaks. The crowd speaks.
Oh,
Right,
gosh.
guys, so second map, going to be Badlands. If you have just joined us, this is Multiplay's Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. The winner of this matchup will be taking well £2,500, and of course, Aqua Tuning's water cooling kits. Second place will be going away with £1,250. Again, more goodies from Aqua Tuning afterwards as well. So TCM need to win this map to stay in it, and Arcs, you know, what do you reckon's going to happen?
Well, I said before that Epsilon are really, really strong on this map. However, I was seeing some encouraging signs from TCM. They were just struggling to make a push into that last CP, and Gullywash, it is very difficult to do that. Badlands, however, it is significantly easier to make a push, at least in my opinion, onto that last CP. And so, if they can have the same level of aggression on mid and win those mid fights like they were on Gullywash, I think TCM might be able to claw rounds back. But well, Epsilon are very, very strong on this, so I think you've still got to favour them.
That's right, and it's going to be all to play for. TCM must win this map. The players are now ready to rock and roll, all warmed up from that first map. And again, so Arcs, where's your money going to be, my friend?
I'm going to have to go with Epsilon on this map. It's not necessarily who I want to win, because we want to see another map after this, but I think Epsilon are very, very strong, and they're the team that are going to take this.
Okay.
How about yourself?
I'm going to do TCM to take it. Come on, guys. Guys in the crowd, TCM need your help. Who are you for? Epsilon? Epsilon. Cheers for Epsilon. Cheers for TCM. There we go. So the crowd are with them. And here we go. We are live on this second map, Multiplay's Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. We are Vanilla TV's Arcs and Peter, bringing you the coverage. Arcs, run us through to this first mid on Badlands.
Okay, so as usual, Demo Men making their way in first. Actually, they're not coming in first. Reasonably slow rollouts, just trying to go for the heals as TCM, wow, gear going down very early to a shot from Zebosai. Is there going to be any more fatalities now? It doesn't look so. TCM actually great positioning here. Epsilon having to fall back through the valley. One scout looking to see if he could chase him, and he's lucky he did not commit to that because there was a sticky trap on the wall. But TCM already pushing through the choke point, having secured that mid-fight. And, well, this is what I was talking about. On the last map, they were able to push forward and win those mid-fights. They just couldn't secure the last point, and we'll have to see if they can do that now.
Yeah, TCM putting the pedal to the metal, and they're carrying momentum going forward, ready to rock and roll as they come into lobby area. Scout's been Ubered in, Arcs.
Indeed, so here they come now. Uber's in there, time on the point. Half capped already, counter Uber is popped from Epsilon. Cookie has gone down, Bibbin also down there as the team is on there. The time is so nearly capped. Soldier is sitting behind the point. Can they get a player in? Soldier's coming in, Jukebox does get shut down. In comes the combo. TCM taking this first round. 1-0 the score, and this is what they needed to do.
So, first point on the board for TCM, the crowd loving that. Badlands, maybe TCM's map, maybe we're going to be going to a third. Let's see this second rollout. We will follow Mike to the point, Arcs, and then we'll switch it up to Zebosai, probably bombing in just a second.
Well, that's it. So jumping up onto the point was Gear, and again, TCM getting good positioning here. Epsilon need to make some sort of play. 2 players already down. Numlock to Bash and Mike do full. TCM, good help on their players. Scout capping it, and this is just deja vu of that first round. TCM on fire so far as Demoman jumps up onto the spire. And TCM, can they carry this momentum all the way to the last point? Epsilon will get the respawns, and I don't even know if they're going to have their Uber charge at this rate.
MC rattled, maybe the break wasn't good for them, because TCM, it's definitely worked for them as they Uber onto that last point. Already there, Pyro there to block the return on point. Scout on point, Cookie gets it, 2-0 the score to TCM on this second map.
We're less than 2.5 minutes into this game. TCM already with a commanding lead on this map. Let's see if they can carry this forward even further to another one, or will Epsilon come back, because they so far are not in this game.
Yep, so right, flawless rollout as you would expect. See Jukebox coming from below. Scout there to meet and greet this time, not going to get anywhere. Cookie comes in to help out. Mike going massive this time, and Epsilon are falling over all over the place. Only Mike left, there was still a massive shot by Zebosai onto Mike, and it's only Shuki left. TCM, wow, what a turnaround, what a break for them.
TCM do not have their Uber charges, obviously. Medic has gone down, but with just 1 player alive, they're going to be getting their heavy classes up on this spire, and wow, this is some crazy stuff. They're winning all those mid-fights, and they're actually able to come in and
Soldier
cap these
behind.
last.
Oh, hold that thought. Wow, I thought TCM were going to get numlock then. Maybe Jukebox a little bit over-eager the rest of the team, which is still coming Spire. Epsilon managed to hold on. They don't want to be sitting on last again, and they're making their way out, Arcs. They're just going to try and bully their way out, but...
Jukebox in behind, gets over onto the medic of Nox in the lobby. Jukebox was called by a soldier. He sneaked in through the right-hand side, tried to go for the back cap over onto last, but wow, medic is down for Epsilon. TCM again in their favor. What are Epsilon gonna do in this situation? Will they push out, or are they just, wow, they could be in trouble here.
Yeah, both Gear and Mike going on the offensive. Here comes Mike, destroyed by Rib. And Epsilon trying to get some time on that Spire, but with, of course, Nox went down, so they will have a free go at this last point. Zebasai just jumping free, making sure for Chicken. Oh, wow. Uber's popped so early. Zebasai wasn't even expecting it. Soldier comes down to block, misses the air shot, but Pyro's edge block as well. Someone needs to go and get Zebasai to the point. Zebasai on his own. It's all about Zebasai. Walks on to the point, and wow. 3-0 the score, 25 minutes remaining. We're looking at win difference now, Arcs.
Epsilon being absolutely crushed. We're under 5 minutes into this match. 3-0 up the score. The crowd chanting TCM. We know who they want to win. And, well, Epsilon need to get in this game or this is going to be a very, very quick map.
Yeah, Numlock going to stand route for the window as we see Gear jumping as well. Jukebox onto Numlock, jumping in behind. Oh, Jukebox take care of him. Nox might be in trouble here. Nox jumping around, going for the bow, does connect with Jukebox and Nox winning it. But it does fall out. Gear survives as well. Oh, look where he is as well. Has that been called? I'm not certain if that's been called. It has been down. There we go. He was so weak. Nox on his own again, Arcs. Of course, Medic of Maryland went down. Let's see where Epsilon want to defend from.
See, it's slightly different this time around. TCM winning the mid, but we can almost be sure that Epsilon will want to make some push forward because they do have this Uber advantage. We're going to actually get to see TCM on the back foot for pretty much the first time in this map so far. Epsilon just need to compose themselves. They're 3-0 down, but there is still plenty of time left in this match that they can get back into it.
Yeah, TCM now. Jukebox knocks down. Wow.
Full charge body shot coming in from Jukebox there. Medic down. There goes that advantage. We're not going to see TCM on the back foot. They're going to be the ones coming in to try and take this 4th round.
Massive body shot from Jukebox there. And in fact, some of the Epsilon players might get stuck in a house here. Mike can shock you down as well. It's only going to be Geared to try and defend, who's sitting on the front spawn as well. So maybe TCM could just walk onto the Spire, send someone up, and let's see how they do it again.
Well, that's it. Players now up on this Spire. 2 scouts up there. Epsilon, they are a bit rattled on their last, trying to defend with some players up in this top lobby. That had been called as Uber's coming in from the right-hand side. TCM trying to make a play here. Can they get over onto this last? What are Epsilon going to be able to do to mount this defense as Cookie goes in on his own and gets annihilated by Sticky Trap? I don't think TCM are going to be able to turn this into a push. But, wow, they've managed to cap the Spire at least.
Maybe they're going to wait for a pick from Jukebox. Obviously still running Sniper. Epsilon's turn to come out, but with Jukebox running Sniper there, gets a 6-shot Numlock to the face of Numlock, take him down. Seems to be a partial charge shot as well then, Arc, because it must have been so weak. And that would definitely delay that push out. Scout on front spawn, Bash takes care of Bibbin, but, you know, not a potential loss. Can get back in the battle so fast. And just seeing where Epsilon is sitting, just setting up for that defense, Arc.
I was going to say, with Jukebox running that Sniper, going outside, Epsilon would have to charge him down really quickly, but can you risk that against somebody like this, who's just on form at the moment? As well, we'll just have to see. Scout missed out into the lobby and it did take him down. Actually, Jukebox does get shut down by Stefan.
Uber's in right-hand side, knocks down on the point. Of course, use it there. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 on this point at the moment. Zebasai all on his own on the right-hand side, only Ribe left, and Epsilon, for the first time this map, defending their last, and Ribe will probably just fall back, rejoin. Again, let's see if the magic can happen, my friends.
A couple of stickies over on that Spire, just delaying that capture.
Headshot,
for a second.
Finishes him off.
Soldiers had to jump around the corner, but there's other players there. Can the Scout deal damage to him?
Oh,
Mike
wow.
goes down. Jukebox getting that kill, though. Honestly, I don't think it needed the headshot at that point. Epsilon might have overextended a few of their players. Jukebox still able to just take pot shots. Can he get one? Gets a shot over onto Nox. This kid must be cheating. As they are pushing forward now onto the Spire. TCM just getting ×4 on there. Can they push all the way into last? I think they should be able to. They've got the numbers, but will they is a different question as wow, amazing play.
Great play by Jukebox, but I must say, great play by Bash. Has turned a lot of heads there, defended it as long as possible, and in fact, I think he just got taken down by Bibbin in the background. But, you know, it has allowed the Epsilon players to spawn, and they're going to defend from this lobby area again. Here they come. Maybe TCM might not want to use that Uber. Jukebox taking down. There's a soldier in behind. Gets taken care of. Gear takes care of Rive. And Epsilon has allowed them to come in, and Uber is Pop Darks.
That's it. TCM no longer have that Uber charge. They do have 4 of their players alive. I don't think they'll be able to just make a random push in. So they are opting to go outside.
Oh, look at Zebasai onto Numlock. Does think that Nox might be in trouble as well. No, manages to get back, but that's a good pick. Oh, Shocky just finishes him off as he jumps away, but Soldier for Demoman. Fair trade, Arcs, fair trade.
It is. Obviously, with Numlock down, it would be hard to defend against an advancing push, but TCM just not in that position where they'd be ready to take advantage of that. And now Numlock is spawned, so that's pretty much the end of that. Spy is coming in over onto the medic. Jukebox there was running Spy, but gets taken down. He was discovered, and not this time, son.
Yeah, it didn't get there, and Epsilon know that Jukebox isn't there now, so they're going to come out. Numlock coming out for that breakout. Uber is popped. Let's just see where the TCM plays. Counter Uber does come in. Rive sitting out the back of the corner. And Zebasai just gone to last. Just run right past them and just gone, you know what, let's just pull you back into the battle. And coming back to rejoin, try and defend.
Wow, Mike.
Mike getting Zebasai as he rejoined that battle there on Spire, and it seems to be just a little bit of stalemate again as neither team wanting to overcommit.
Honestly, Mike jumped out really aggressive from the balcony then, and he was just keeping players back. I think TCM wanted to make a push, but 3 players outside could not get in because Mike was just jumping around over near to the Spire. So great play from him just in the background there during all of that action.
And so, Arx, is the magic going to happen yet again, as you can see on the stream, on your screens here as well. TCM just trying to build as fast as possible. Boston Basher, of course, and they're coming on the offensive. Maybe he won't be needed. Zebasai is caught. Again, we'll try not to stay too much in there. And Epsilon liking to defend from this lobby area.
Yeah, they've slowed this game right down. I mean, obviously, they had to do something because TCM were just rolling through them. Still 20 minutes remaining in this match. Score is 3-0. TCM with that commanding lead.
Here
but Epsilon have an opportunity to come out as a double rocket jump coming in from Mike. Forces the Uber. He's walking backwards, but Nox also pops his Uber in order to save him. Now what's going to happen here is very, very interesting. Flying Soldier goes around all the way to the lobby. Zebasai does get taken down by Bash, but oh,
back
on the point! Bibbin sneaks in through the action. Soldier could not get back in time. 4-0 at TCM fighting themselves. They just need one more round.
Yeah, we've gone past that 20-minute warning as well. TCM might be reaching our win limit here of 5, and Epsilon need to change something around if they want to come back into this map. Of course, TCM, this is a must-win map for them, and, well, they're doing it very well right now.
Well, that is it. The underdogs coming strong on the map that they weren't favored to do. Jukebox being the first casualty. This time, Epsilon might be coming out better. Gear does go down. And we'll have to see TCM. It's not going well for them. Epsilon have got the positioning. They have managed to keep their medic alive, at least for now. Is anybody up for the chase? It does not look like that is the case. Oh, I said Mike jumps around. He might be able to catch off Bibbin, but Bibbin actually put a lot of damage on him. None of us come in to join the party, and I'm wondering if TCM could push out with a couple of their players here, because, well, Bibbin just being a hero.
Yeah, they've given him Spire. This will be probably maybe the first time they've really defended actually on this map, and did see they had a good defense on Gullywash. To see how it is on Badlands as well. To see FC just ticking over time on that Spire very quickly. Numlock actually in a little bit of trouble, and it does get taken down. Jukebox and Bibbin both taken down. Both Ubers being used in that lobby area. 5 and 4 at the moment as Epsilon push in on.
That's it, Epsilon. Just a couple of players peeking in towards that last point. Are they going to just compose themselves and then come back in? TCM all over the place on their last, but they're gradually getting composed as well.
Here come Numlock. Numlock's uncontested through that mid-area. So many rockets. Good play by Nox, keeping the pill beam on him as long as possible, just making sure he did not go down. They cannot afford to lose Numlock here on this push. Otherwise, they just might have to fall all the way out. And yeah, being bullied out now. Oh, interesting position from a scout there as well.
Right, so let's have a look. Are TCM feeling brave? They do have a 4-point advantage at the moment, so they can afford to make a couple of risky plays, but this is Epsilon, and, well, give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. And Epsilon just trying to make their way somehow inside. They haven't quite got their Uber charge yet, which both teams, I think, will be aware of how even it is. And, well, we'll just see how they are going to try and get inside this lobby.
Yeah, a little bit of stalemate. Slow down again now coming through that trash area. Severside just spamming down. Ripe does catch Bash just on that flank. And here they come. That's prompted the push arcs. TCM want to come out. And again, just a little bit of bait. A little bit of stalemate. Just wanting to hang around. And they're just waiting for that pick, aren't they? They're just waiting for that pick before they come in.
They are, and or just even damage. Epsilon won't necessarily go off of a single kill.
Here they come.
If they deal enough damage, and in this case, they're just going for it because they need to. And Uber's popped for both teams. They're both sides sitting up on the balcony. It's a little 2-on-2 here, but I think TCM might be in trouble. Zever, who does go down, but Merlin able to escape onto his last. Now, will Epsilon decide to push it in? They're thinking about it. Numlocked is just throwing a couple of stickies in there. A soldier comes in. TCM are looking in trouble here. Medics and soldiers, wow, 2 weak players alive. Jukebox the only one. Epsilon getting their first round on the board. 4-1 is the score. 16 minutes remaining, and could this be a comeback?
Maybe so. Let's see how this next mid-fight goes. TCM must win this map. 4-1 the score. And Arcs run us through this 6 mid.
Okay, so Demo Men opting to take the same route, arriving at the same time, which is expected of demos of this caliber. As Jukebox jumps really aggressive into the house, but no one was there. Takes down Numlocked, actually, who was there. Amazing jump into mid from him as that's, well, one player down, but Epsilon still have damage coming in from Mike, who's in a great position up on the trains. TCM only 3 players alive. Zero desperately needing a heal.
They're being chased. They're being chased.
Yeah, it looks like Epsilon not stopping here. They are going forward with this momentum. Zeb does go down as Merlin and Rib do have to fall all the way back into their last. They're not going to be able to do anything here. And, well, Epsilon with that Uber advantage, are they just going to go straight in? I'm not sure they will, but actually Soldier's going in. He's just trying to force Uber. Uber is popped, and Merlin holding on to his great blocking from Jukebox here. Merlin only just having to pop it. He's on very, very low health, but popped really, really late here. Mike did go down. He was the one staying in there to ensure that that Uber was popped, and Epsilon having to fall outside for the time being. Yeah, I'm just seeing where the TCM scouts are at the moment, see if they can get round behind. Bibbin might get a chance onto a Numlocked, and Bibbin actually takes a massive sticky. And Rive all the way above. Nox, will he get him? No, nice peel there by Numlocked with the air shot. Oh,
Cookie coming in. Oh, back cap on last. And there we have it, 4-2 the score. Epsilon starting to come back into this.
They are. Now it's only a 2-point advantage that TCM has. They need to get back into that early mentality where they were just going in full of confidence if they want to maintain this advantage and, well, bring it to a 3rd map. So 4-2 the score, 14 minutes remaining. What is going to be different on this mid-fight? Can TCM win another one, or will Epsilon again succeed as Epsilon? TCM getting very aggressive there. Zerosai in a bit of trouble. Mike does go down. Bibbin is also replied. Numlock's down. Zebo down as well.
Epsilon in
Looks
trouble.
like TCM, 4 players alive, still with their medic.
Good
Only Nox
trade.
is alive. Is anybody in a position to chase him out? No, they most certainly are not. He is miles away. But crucially, TCM winning that mid-fight, and they're up on the spire.
Yeah, if they make the most of this, as you can see, they will be able to just walk in, capping that spire very quickly. Whether they know that what we know on the stream is a different story, of course. We'll have advantage, and I'm surprised to see that, actually, considering the advantage. But, you know, taking no risk, maybe.
It has been working for them so far already, so we'll just we'll see if they can play to their strengths, which they have been doing when they're on the attacking team. It's not been such a factor while defending, but yeah, we'll just have to see as they are going to be making their way in. Will they rely on trying to get some damage or a pick before they push in, or are they just going to straight up YOLO it?
Here they go, and Uber's been popped straight away in that lobby area. Jukebox going to be useless. Zemsai's through onto last onto a scout. Both scouts have to turn around and take care of him, but will this allow the rest of the TCM team to rotate in, which it does, but they've lost so many players. Numlock going huge with his stickies. Ooh. Another player down, it's only Bibbin left, and that is right for TCM. Great hold by Epsilon. 12 minutes remaining. Could this be the turning point of the game?
Epsilon getting players out onto that spire. TCM have got a nice unit here, and Numlocked firing some long-distance stickies just to ensure that TCM can't come through that choke point. And so, yep, Epsilon pushed them back on the last map. What was a frequent occurrence here is that Epsilon would push them all the way back to their last. Are they going to be able to do this again against TCM? They might find it a bit more difficult on this map, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, so maybe the magic, as we keep on saying now, maybe it can happen, maybe it can turn the tide in their favor. TCM just obviously sitting on that 3rd CP at the moment, and Epsilon just slowing it down. Maybe they just want to keep an eye on see on things. Surely that got called. What on earth? Wow.
It has now.
It has now, definitely. Jukebox not coming up with that sniper shot through the gap. A very small window there, in fact. And it doesn't get it. And Uber has been popped on that midpoint Ux.
Yes, Epsilon pushing in. Counter Uber is popped for TCM. They've got a bit more of an Uber advantage here. Very aggressive jump from Rib there, putting damage out onto Scout. Takes down Stefan. Find himself around that corner of his own. Numlock wasn't looking. And he was also very, very low health, but Rib's focusing down onto the Scout. Mike does go down, and oh, it looks like he could be in trouble. Manages to take out Cookie as he's retreating. Meanwhile, jumping soldiers to both sides does weaken him even further. Scout shuts him down, though. And Epsilon is currently a 4 versus 2. Epsilon players are falling. TCM, wow. We'll see if they can cap out this Spire.
Numlock looking like he wanted to come out and block in his zone. Not wise. Do not want to lose Numlock for this mid. But here we go. Jukebox take care of Bash. Numlock does come in for a block. Bibbin and Jukebox going to work on Numlock there and does not come in for the block. And that means they haven't got the Numlock for the defense now. A very interesting move given the score.
That is it. Demoman is going to be down for a reasonable amount of time. Can TCM capitalize on this? I don't think they're going to be able to. Just simply because they were not already in an advancing position inside that lobby or anything. It'll be interesting to see if TCM... I mean, they have the Uber advantage. They've got some damage out, and that's cool. Jukebox finishes off fight. That's a big damage dealer. Can the Pyro Flash do anything to prevent this coming in? He does get focused down. TCM possibly have a chance here. Nox going in for Ubersaurs. Manages to get one. He needs another one. He got another one, but the sniper finished him off. TCM 3 plays left. Jukebox with another headshot out onto Numlock. Can he do any more damage as TCM comes in? One Epsilon. TCM getting a 5th round. 10 minutes remaining. And wow, 3 points advantage restored again.
The crowd loving it, as you can hear. TCM destroying Epsilon so far, and well, you thought Epsilon coming back into it, Arcs, but you know, TCM have shut that door. Again, let's see if they can keep it closed.
We have to remember there are still 10 minutes remaining, and well, TCM would need another 2 captures to get us to the win difference cap of 5. So it looks more likely that there is going to be played by the clock. As TCM again aggressive, they got good position, but Epsilon just composing themselves, getting themselves healed. Soldiers jumping up aggressively, and this is where Epsilon are, well, really, really effective, moving in as a team, all attacking at the same time, and that alone has allowed them to secure this mid-fight with TCM 2 players down.
Yeah, so they've managed it. This is probably the first time we haven't seen a wipe from either team on a mid-fight. They're losing lots of players, and well, both teams 4 players up to 5 now, and as we see the respawns come in as well. Just want to see anything out of the ordinary again. No, and they've Ubered through the house arcs. They are in onto a massive headshot to Zebside. Did have the Uber up, so it didn't really do anything to him. As we see Mike trying to jump away, Zebside misses the shot, but Marilyn gets taken care of by Numlock. TCM could be in a bit of trouble here. It's only Zebside left on the point. Will be able to do anything? No, it's not. And Ryman and Cookie both going down. Zebside's so weak, and it's only Bibbin left. So Epsilon could be looking to get another board. It's going to be Bibbin versus Bash. Bibbin wins that, and can Bibbin... Spawns are coming in. Maybe Epsilon have overextended us.
They might well have done, but oh, here comes Merlin. Can he build up over Nox? Going in for the deathmatch as well. Nox, he did get the over, and therefore officially a drop. But great medic deathmatching. This is the final we wanted. And wow, Epsilon having to fall out of that point. Yeah, this is about as close as it comes. TCM obviously a must-win map for them. Zebasai watching this back cap this time, sitting on there as we saw in that last round. Ryman in a little bit of trouble, yeah, all on his own there. And see if Epsilon, just have a look at those advantages again. Of course, Marilyn with those 4 Ubersaurs, or 3 Ubersaurs, I believe, will have a substantial advantage. But whether they know, and maybe whether they won't need it with Ryman not there, here they come. And so they are into the point now. Mike does go down very early, so that might encourage them to just fall out and wait for him to respawn. But are TCM going to make a push? It looks like, well, they very well could do, just off of that single pick. And Scout has already pushed out. The Uber has been popped. They've got to be aware of his gear. He has been called by a Scout over on, he's on the balcony behind them. And Bash takes down Rib there. TCM trying to get time on the Spire. Numlock jumping in as well, Arcs. Bibbin gets taken down by trying to block that capture as the soldier comes up as well. Numlock there as well. Scout does well. Numlock, massive damage. Oh, nice peel from Numlock there onto Cookie. And wow, it forced the Uber Arcs to save Numlock, I think. Yeah, Cookie got a great shot. I believe it was over onto Mike up on that Spire just before he went down to that pill. It's a great play from them, but crucially TCM did not manage to cap that Spire back, and if they hadn't managed to, this would have been a completely different situation. But as it stands now, they are pretty much stuck on their last. They have an Uber advantage, but it's really hard to use an Uber advantage when you're on your last, because the enemy team just has so much room to fall back.
And here they come. Don't want to hang around again. Oh, and look where TCM are defending from. Lobby area. Uber's popped straight away. They're trying to get out without using. They knew they had an advantage. And, well, TCM need to do something here or they find it extremely hard to defend last. It looks like that soldier is going to get caught. I believe that was, of course, none other than Zebasai overextending. And with that soldier down arcs, look where Marilyn is. Numlock onto Marilyn, just misses out. Falling back, Uber has popped, and here they come.
Well, that's it. They're in the point now. Epsilon have the numbers. Have they got the damage? 2 players alive. It looks like Epsilon might be able to claw around back here. Only Bibbin alive. It's a wipe for TCM, and Epsilon bringing it up to 2 capture difference. There are 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. It's going to be close.
Yeah, Epsilon want to get this done and dusted in 2 map arcs. They do not want a third, and the third to follow would be Granary. This is going to be the 9th mid now. 5-3 the score with following Numlock to that mid point. Just standard roll up, the old school roll up through the main area. And let's see what the soldiers want to do. Zebasai joining the party. Mike getting that height advantage on the train. Bibbin taking down straight away, and a little bit more passive from both teams now.
Yes, so all shots up in the air here. They're getting a
Marilyn down.
TCM in trouble.
TCM are in trouble. Jukebox trying to escape. Using that quite rightly named escape plan. Does manage to get away. 14 HP. Hang on, what?
Cratered.
Crater. What? Okay. Very strange. Be interested to see that later on.
However, this is going to change everything because Epsilon, if they do manage to score this round, it gets them to within 1 point. There's still 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, and that is a lot of time for a single round to tie this up. So Epsilon going to be feeling reasonably good. TCM, any time they can use just to delay Epsilon getting in will help them to hold on for that last one, but the Uber is coming in.
Yeah, Bibbin, very good power, as you can see. Delaying them enough, and of course, there is that heavy on pointers now switching up. Both Numlock and Mike down for the moment. Gear up there fighting as well. Will they escape?
They're holding on.
Nox is taken down. Zebasai coming from behind. This could be a failure push, but Gear still needs to be taken care of, and he is. Where are Bash? Where is Bash and Stefan? Have a look. You can see where they are, both of them around, and Bash is going for it heavy there, though. Heavy will destroy. Heavy eats him for breakfast. That is basically like eating a sandwich.
Both Bash and Stefan do go down, so backcap threat was pretty much eliminated, even though it was covered by that heavy on the last. And TCM able to push out 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this match. Epsilon still need 2 rounds in order to get it to a golden cap, and, well, they need to be the ones who have to take the risky plays here.
Jukebox going to come through that choke, going to come bombing in, double rocket jump all the way across the map. Decides to flick it up. When he gets that soldier, believe that was a Mike. Mike's so weak. Mike is taken care of, and they really will recapture that mid-point, 3rd CP. And, well, Tricky taking down Bash in the meantime
Epsilon,
as well. And they're coming back in, Arcs.
Epsilon, TCM did commit 2 soldiers by the looks of it to try and get that medic. The first soldier juggled him up, and the second one jumped around the corner. They managed to take down Mike, but Epsilon do have that Uber charge now. Cookie does get taken down, and they haven't managed to cap out this mid. Potential for a back cap, but, well, we'll have to see it. TCM could have overextended there.
Yeah, most importantly, Marilyn did not go down, but not obviously quite a healthy advantage, as you can see. Numlock taking care of Jukebox just by the stone bridge. Will they come out and contest Arcs? Look what they're saying. Oh, wow, Uber's popped straight away. I'm not certain what caused that. I think that's just some hidden stickies, but great result for TCM there.
That very well could be, but it also is going to prompt Epsilon to try and make a push very, very quickly. They know that, surely they've got to know they don't really have the time to build up another Uber, so they're probably going to have to come in for a non-Uber push onto this last, and against the heavy, that's going to be very difficult to do as Numlock goes down, and that's going to be a problem for them if they're going to try and make this push. Scout is also in the point. He takes a lot of damage, but manages to escape out of there, and our time is ticking away, just under 3 minutes remaining. Epsilon still need 2 rounds, and wow, they've got to be some really quick rounds.
You can see that TCM do have quite a healthy advantage at the moment, whether they know that or whether they want to risk it. The score, of course, 5-3 to score just over 2.5 minutes remaining. This is the second map of Team Fortress 2 Multiplay Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. And, well, it looks like we're going to be going to a 3rd map at this rate, as we see. You know what, Arcs, you can see it on the stream, and, well, it doesn't look like they're going to be going anywhere fast.
Well, that's it. I mean, even with that heavy, you'd suggest that, but the extra composition there
here they come.
Is going to do it as the Uber does come in. Senjigon gets immediately annihilated, but the engineer crucially stays on there. But oh, Scout coming in over to play that bait. Everyone to jump down there. Epsilon only losing one player. Zabosai is also the other one who's gone down. Epsilon got the high advantage. They might be able to get round on the board here. They're doing the damage. Only River alive. He's trying to delay for what he can. But 1 point is the difference. 2 minutes remaining. And bearing in mind, we had 2 caps in 2 minutes at the start of this map.
Wow, so can Epsilon do it? Will they go for the win, or will we at least see Golden Cap? We are about to find out. This is the 10th round of the second map. Coming at you, Arcs. Run us through it again.
Well, I think TCM just need to be able to hold their nerve here. They can't play too passively because it will just give Epsilon too much room. And they are not jukebox jumping in quite early. They do have good health on the rest of their players, so will they push forward? Epsilon controlling this though. Oh my
TCM
gosh,
in
it's
trouble.
nearly a wipe here. Merlin and Zebasai are the only ones alive. They're trying to retreat back. Great rocket jumps around the corner. Numlock with the aggressive jump. Merlin's having to take an alternative route to try and get into the base. They could get cut off here. And Merlin does pull down. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining. Only Jukebox alive, seen on last scouts up onto the point. Epsilon will have this uber advantage. They have time to make the push. And TCM, it's going to come down to this.
Oh dear, TCM must hold this to take us to a third map, or we will see at least Golden Cap. And here they come. Let's see what the Pirate can do. Doing a good job. Yes. But they've lost Merlin. They've lost 3 players. It's going to be up to Cookie and the Scout, but not enough. 5 all the score. What a second map. 40 seconds remaining, and you know that last round was 40 seconds. We could see another round here. Here we go. It's going to be all up to either TCM or Epsilon to win it.
Probably mathematically possible, but well, quite unlikely.
Oh wait, they're not contesting. TCM have not contested.
No, they are sending some players. They are sending some players into the point here. I think at this point, a scout is down on each team, so I think it's probably impossible to cap. Well, of course it is. There's 10 seconds left. We will be taking this map to a Golden Cap. Are you pumped for it?
Yep, so come on, crowd. Who do you want to see this Golden Cap go to? Still 2 seconds left on this map before we will go to Golden Cap. We, of course, can't have a draw of best of 3. And what a round. Everyone, we were writing off TCM, Epsilon's strongest map, Badlands, and I must say, well played to TCM, putting on a show for us at least, and let's hope they can carry it going to this Golden Cap Arcs.
It was great play by them at the start of the round. Epsilon came back into it, but they took the initiative and took the fight to Epsilon, not surrendering in this game, and well, now it all comes down to this.
So right, it's going to be Golden Cap, so if you are new to Team Fortress 2, Golden Cap is basically the next point wins it.
Well,
the next goal wins, as they used to say.
It is, and well, we'll have to see. Epsilon could potentially win this, win the tournament.
So come on, guys in the crowd, right? Do we want to see an Epsilon victory on this, or do we want to see a third map? Who's here for TCM? All right, so the crowd TCM favourites. So you have just joined us. This is the second map, Golden Cap Multiplay Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. We are Vanilla TV's Arcs and Beta. Vanilla TV is powered by TT Sports and Club 3D. We're ready to rock and roll. Golden Cap, I think the players are just getting themselves together. Maybe TCM like the breaks. They like the break after the first map. Maybe we'll carry on going.
Just trying to delay it out. But I think Epsilon, they seem to have figured out TCM. They figured out what they were doing wrong, and well, our TCM going to change their strategy that worked so well on for the mid. Are they going to fully commit into the pushes? This Golden Cap has a lot of little mind games going on. Do you go all out and take the fight to them, or do you play passively and just try and minimize your losses?
Wow, I mean, what would you do, Arcs? It's got to be an all or nothing, isn't it? This is the grand stage. It doesn't get much bigger than this in Team Fortress 2, and £2,500 up for grabs, and of course those Aqua Tuning water cooling kits. Doesn't get much better than that. So it's got to be a close one, and well, happy to say I'm very glad to be covering it here. So I really want TCM to take it. I really want them to take it. I want to see a third map, not just that, but I really want them to take it.
I think TCM, they deserve it. They were playing great, but then Epsilon at the same time, they came back into this game. Odds were against them, down so quickly, and it is on.
Here we go, Golden Cap Multiplay Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, second map. It will be the first point, of course, so whoever takes this round will win the second map. TCM must win it. Arcs, run us through this mid.
Okay, so as the players do make their way in, aggressive scout of Cookie just trying to force back, well, his opposing partner on the other team. No, Soldier jumping in at the moment. Jukebox might find himself overextended, but great jump from Severside. TTM coming out on top, knocks his down. Merlin good out. Jumping Soldier is coming in MG, missing the air shot, but Merlin just about surviving. Very, very low on health. Might be taken down. It is a wipe. TCM so far commanding position. Can they carry this through all the way to the last CP? We will have to see. I don't think they're just going to be able to cap it straight out, but they have the advantage, and they're on the front foot.
Good point to note. So many Epsilon players went down so early there. So they will be up for this fight. Even if they don't have that Uber charge, it's going to be the damage dealers are there. And Arcs, they know it. They want to get in before they're settled. Surely, you know, this is the time TCM should keep that, flooring that pedal, my friend. Get in quickly.
The longer they wait, the more chance of a mistake coming out. A spy.
And they're in. It's Uber straight away.
And in comes the Uber
Both
now.
the scouts come on point. Cookie there as well. Sticky's there. He's taking the hit. Maybe Cookie do it all on his own, but he doesn't. Numlock trying to delay. Zeberside coming in to help out as well, but it's going to be so close to losing players here. 3 and 3 remaining.
It's close.
It's close. Brian, help me out. It goes down. And it's going to be.
No.
Yes, it is.
TCM
Yes, it is.
taking this second map. The score 1-0 on the Golden Cap. Overall 6-5, and we are going to a third map. Don't go anywhere.
What a map. What a map. Well played, TCM. We will be seeing a third map of this Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. All to play for. We will be right back with the gaming after some special announcements by our sponsors and more prizes. Hang around for more prizes. I'll hand over to Bai.
Yeah. Congratulations to TCM. They're going to take a short toilet break, but I wanted to get an update on the Cheerfuls, just to see if anyone's done any extra ones. If anyone wants to show their Cheerfuls, just put them up. Unbanned penny farming. I see. I ain't saying that. Come on. What? Who is it? Who is he? Oh, Augustus. Oh, right, okay. Of course, Peach, of course. Maggots. Ubata. I like that, actually. Lali, oh. I'm guessing everyone's going for a toilet break, but, okay. So, we're going to give out some of the prizes now. Hello. For the top 10 Cheerfuls, prize number 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. They're all posters, TF2 posters, printed out in A2. I will give you a preview. I don't know if the camera can pick this up. These are just one of the TF2 posters we are giving away. There's some really good ones, to be honest, with the... So, if you want to win one of these posters, can you put your Cheerfuls up so I can see? We'll start with 10th place first. It's very hard because there's some really good ones. The War of Clive. Oh, I don't know, War. I don't know. I know you love him. They're all really good. That's a really good one, by the way. I haven't seen that. I like that a lot. That's really good. And you know what? I'm going to give the 10th prize to Pizza Box Boy, just because he used the initiative of using his own pizza box. It was a nice design. It's all in the hats. Okay, so this is for ninth place. Let's take a look. There is no favoritism in this yet, but oh, you moved. I see. You moved location. Yeah, you can have it for that one. That's a very good one. There you go. Congratulations. There are still some more prizes. Whoa, that's offensive right there. I can't show that on camera. It's a good one though, I gotta say, you've drawn it very well. Right, so for prize number 7. Sorry, prize number 8, 7, and 6. Okay, so I've got to say this one is one of my favorites. It's the sniper one. I know Acid Renix wanted this, so let me just show you this. I'm not going to lie, that is really nice, and I really want it. But obviously this is for you guys. So this is for 8th place. I mean, if that is for 8th place, you should see what's for first. I'm not gonna I'll take 3 refined and it's a deal. I've got to admit, I've already made my mind up about the top 2 maybe, because there's some really good ones, I'm not going to lie. Some people put a lot of effort in. Let me just go and check it over there, because I've already been down here. I'll come back as well if there is nothing to be done. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it to the logs.tf one, because that's a great bit of initiative by Mr. Anderson, I think. Let me think, to see if there's any other better ones. Senta's like, yeah, it's mine, it's mine! Let's just take a look one more time. Yeah. I still like that one, it's very good. It's a tough one, it's between that one and it's one I saw over here. Where is it? Oh, obviously the Cheers Bite signature is, you know, Oz fought, best fought. Very nice slogan. I like it. You should tell the Oz community. It's gonna. Didn't you just win one? Oh, you won the first one, yeah. So are you the same person or? Yeah. Okay. I like the confused. That's really good. Okay. Well, let's just ask you, the crowd. Okay, guys, it's between these two. It's between Confused and the logs.tf. So I need to hear some noise for the... No, wait. Some noise for the Confused first. Okay. And now I need to hear some noise for the logs.tf one. Well, I think we have a decision here. And it's going to go to... I don't know what your name is. Turbo Tabs. Oh, Turbo Tabs, hi. Congratulations, man. I've got to say, it's a very good poster, so enjoy it and frame it. I know Acid Renix is very, very jealous at the moment. We still got more prizes, do not worry. I'm going to get the prize number 6, prize number 5, prize number 4 as well. They're all posters, I think. Thank you. Let's take a look now. Go on, Mira. Okay, so... This is also a really good one for the soldiers. So for you soldiers out there, these are pretty nice. So show us your cheerfuls again, guys. This is for, is this 6th? I've forgotten. 6th or 7th? I think it's 7th. 7th, yeah. Punching bags is a good one. That's funny. I gotta admit, I like the jukebox one, but I also like the one you did above. That guy, can you hear me? Is that? Hey, I'm talking to you. Yeah, while you're busy showing it. I like both of them, so for a combined effort, I think you deserve it, because they're both very good. I like the jukebox one especially, so congratulations. Round of applause for him. There's still plenty more to give out, guys, so don't worry, you're not missing out. Okay, so this is for 6. Hello, Mr. Rip. Hello, Mr. Rip. Good luck for the 3rd and final map. Clutch, huh? Clutch. Okay, so this is pretty standard. This is a Vanilla TV endorsed one. So it's just the classes in a line with Vanilla TV at the bottom. So. I gotta admit, can we get a photo of this again? I'm sure Ips will appreciate. Where is Ips? Is he appreciating this? Or? I'm not sure what the deal is. Is it a one-on-one or something you did? Or did you get an air shot? Or Oh, so
Ip said he would poop on his face on land.
okay. Well, now we have the story behind it. That is a good one. And no gubbins. Nice. Where is he actually these days? Oh, okay. I like that one. That was my favorite. I just love the rocket. It's so neatly drawn out. It's really good. I used the stencil or something, or what? No. What is he? I can't give that. It's Merlin. There you go. Congratulations. Sorry. What happened? What happened? What happened? The man himself. Okay, I think are they? I'm not sure. Are they? I'll wait for Tapley to tell me when they're ready. So Tapley, just stop me when the people are ready. So we've still got first, second, and third to give out as well, obviously. But this is for 5th place. Yeah, 5th place. So the 5th best Cheerful here. That's a good one. I can't read that actually. There's too much on there. What does that say? Hello, Hicks. I saw you, don't worry. Did you do that as well? What the hell, man? Seriously? Are you Ackless? Who are you? Yeah, well, that's why. That explains everything. Okay. It's really good, I'm not going to lie. So we'll bring it in a minute. I think they're all almost back, so let me just make this quick. That's a good one as well. I love you, Jukebox. Nice shower slideshow. Okay, I think I'm going to give it to the I Love Jukebox one. Okay, I'll step away. Congratulations, dude. Oh, sorry. Tapley, are they good to go? Where is Tapley? Oh, they're live, apparently. So Beta and Ars, take it away.
The cider map for who's going to be winning £2,500. So here we go. TCM versus Epsilon Esports. The winner will go away with those prizes, those aqua tuning water cooling kits, and well, the loser, they still don't go away empty-handed, Arcs, but I think I know which prize I want. And it's going to be Granary, the cider, maybe the old home map of TCM. We did see a fantastic match between these two earlier on in the tournament, but Epsilon did actually win 5-2 on Granary earlier, so maybe TCM can turn it around, and we're about ready to rock and roll.
We'll just have to see, because obviously being up on the stage is a little bit different to the computers that they've been playing with throughout the tournament, so things can go either way.
So here we go, we are live, Multiplay Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, third and decider map, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. We are Vanilla TV's Arcs and Beta running you through this great game, and Arcs, run us through to this first mid on Granary.
So the third map is underway. Demomen getting into the point. Rib getting there significantly before Numlocked, who's going for that extra heal from the medic. As an aggressive soldier play coming in from TCM. Oh, Zebosai crushing knocks. Gear goes down. It's great, going great for TCM at the moment. Micah is the only full health player alive. Can he deathmatch everybody here? I'm not sure. Oh, he takes down Jukebox to start with, but he's got the rest of the team now. Mike putting the pressure on Zebosai, does manage to finish him off, and TCM going to be taking the first mid of this map.
It's a wide for Epsilon, fantastic start by TCM, and it's going to be looking like they're going to go into this 4 CP really easily, Arcs.
Yes, so can they push forward? We will just have to see. They are going through. They don't have their overcharge, so it is a little bit of. It's going to be a slow push, and we've got to remember that Granary tends to be a slower map than Badlands. We're not going to see 4 rounds in 5 minutes. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, you never know. I mean, we like the fast-paced, and Epsilon's setting up for that defense. Just looking at these Uber percentages, and they're in the garage, Arcs. They're in the garage, and Zebosai is up there. Must have been called already, would have been, and they're rotating back out. So all is good at the moment, and TCM, great start, and they want to be keeping this tempo up. They just like these breaks, don't they? TCM, just every time they come back from a break. Let's have a break quick, TCM.
I guess it just takes a while for Epsilon to figure their teams out, and that is one of their strengths. So the Uber has come in now for TCM. Counter Uber's popped for Epsilon. They're just dancing around the point at the moment. One of the soldiers opting to take the initiative. That was Zebosai going up top, but he was instantly tracked by Mike, taking him down. But what this has left them with is 2 players alive. Only Jukebox actually is now alive. And, well, where is he? We'll have to just find that out later. They've got to be aware that he could be somewhere around them. But meanwhile, the Epsilon scouts are pushing in over onto the mid. They've got times for onto the point as Jukebox does go. Managed to take down Mike, but, well, they exchanged.
Yeah, the exchange is actually on that 4th CP. TCM not the best of starts there, but, you know, all to play for 27 minutes remaining. So we have just started. If you have just joined us, you haven't missed anything yet. This is the third and decider map of this Multiplay Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. All to play for. The winner will be going home with £2,500 and those amazing water cooling kits. And Epsilon retaking that 3rd CP, and TCM sitting quite aggressively, Arc, so they fancy it today. I think they fancy it.
They very well could do. They might want to just take another early lead in this, and, well, just it's picking the route that they are going to take in, and it's a lot more difficult for them to get through these choke points on this map. They can't just kind of rush through it, but they've got taken down to both sides. TCM, that might prompt a push, but it is just one soldier. We'll have to see as Epsilon, they are opting to move forward and try and take some ground now. Just moving in through towards the point.
Here they come.
And in they come.
Here they come. They've Ubered through the Z there. Just watching Numlock is actually falling back out again through the Z. Uber's still just fading out, and Marilyn held on slightly longer. Whether they will rotate back in, we're about to find out. Rive's a little bit out on his own at the moment. Takes a massive sticky. Cookie and Jukebox both going down. Mike's taken care of, but TCM still trying to defend this. It's going to be Bash versus Bibbin, and on the garage, it's a 3v3 for this CP at the moment.
That's it, so Bash going down. Let's have a look if they are able to move in here. Epsilon look like they're just retreating a little bit out, and, well, Zebosai just having a look outside in the yard, and he's like, well, where's everyone gone?
Yeah, just, again, I think there's utmost respect to both teams being paid by both of them, really. It's neither team wants to overextend, neither team wants to push and just sacrifice this first round. So important to get a score on the board for your other team, and well, TCM did it in the second map, and Epsi had to fight back, and maybe they left that fight back too late, Art.
That's it, so the ball is in Epsilon's court to try and make this push. Of course, TCM do also have that option. The choke works both ways, and so it'll be interested to see if anybody can get through. Numlock just getting an advanced position up by that doorway, trying to fire some stickies to deal a bit of damage that would allow Epsilon to make that push. But nothing significant so far, and well, it's still early in this time. 5 minutes is nearly gone. Score currently 0-0, and it's just going to be a case of trying to get some sort of damage that they can push in. As Soldier jumps in now, over onto Bennett, gets one nice rocket onto him, but he does get taken down, and that's Mike actually. And will that prompt a push from TCM? We will have to see.
Good hold by Meriden there, I must say. Very good hold. Probably allow his team to put a little bit more pressure on here. Follow Rive as they try and come through this garage area. Jukebox coming through on the left as well. Zebasai is up through on top. Is Zebasai going to block? Wow, destroyed by Shocky and Bash up there. And that will delay. And Noxus uses Uber. It has been forced. Great result for TCM here. But they're being chased back, Arcs.
It could be. So the Uber has been used to obtain that yard area. I mean, it was forced, but Epsilon still managed to obtain the yard area with it, so it's not complete loss, but they will probably have to surrender that because they would want TCM to come through a choke point in order to start attacking them. And, well, if they go through a choke point, then they'll be forced to use their Uber. So what are
the soldiers of Epsilon, by the way, sitting so close to that wall, expecting them just to bomb in.
The thing is that where they're sitting, and a soldier can make his presence aware, make the enemy team aware of his presence, get that Uber out of them, and then rocket jump away and try to live. And if they live, yeah, that's cool. If not, then it's also not a big problem if they force the Uber.
Very long round, this first round. Neither team really wanting to sacrifice it. Just watching Jukebox in the same position. He's being called and gone back. He was actually on the drop down. And here TCM are coming out, Arcs. They have come out. They want to get some momentum into this game. Simside looking like it's going to bomb in. Uber has been popped onto the soldier. Counter Uber does come in, and it's going to be a trade. Only Jukebox, the casualty, was upstairs in that garage area. Numlock being denied by Cookie in that Z area, absolutely destroyed. There is time on point at the moment, but TCM coming to block Zebasai and Cookie down. Will Wright be able to put down the stickies? Bibbin caught as well. Rive and Marilyn retreating, so Epsilon do get that 4th CP.
TCM in a lot of trouble here. Epsilon continuing over onto this last point. Soldier did spawn, but Scout Zeno there gets juggled in the air, and Epsilon, first round is going to them. 23 minutes remaining, and well, we'll have to see if TCM can respond to this.
Right, so second round going to be coming right up. Let's get some cheers to TCM. They need help with support, trying to get another score on the board. And well, Epsilon, solid first round. Be very happy to get that first point on their arcs. And let's see how this rollout goes. Following Numlock this time up through onto the upper area of the midpoint.
Epsilon are one of these teams that when they're coordinated, they really shine. I think on Badlands, TCM didn't give them that time to coordinate. We'll have to see on this midpoint, will they be able to do it? Oh, Nox goes down. Epsilon in a bit of trouble, but there's only Merlin and Bibbin alive. Bibbin's committed out there, and Merlin, usually in these situations, he's long gone, but there is potential. No one is going to come and chase him down.
Merlin does stay alive. Nox got taken down, so hopefully be able to get outside to that, maybe just at least hold second. Maybe they'll be able to get out to the outside area of the yard arcs and just want to slow it down maybe again and show what they can really do. Epsilon playing great at the moment. They want to, oh, interesting. Did we see that? But it's all to play for as we approach that 20-minute bracket.
So TCM do have their Uber charge. We can expect them to be the guys who make this push. Epsilon trying to defend as far forward as possible. As I said, they want to make TCM use that Uber as TCM do come in from over the right side. That Uber is forced. Gear does manage to take down Bibbin as well as Zebosai finishes him off. And will Epsilon be able to come in and contest this before TCM have capped it? They've still got the Uber on, and Epsilon are hanging around. It looks like they don't want to give up this point. But Bash goes down, Cookie's down in return, jumping Soldier coming in, he's trapped, and Zebosai down. Jukebox is also falling down, Epsilon. Well, I think they're going to be able to retain this with their forward spawns that will come in shortly.
Merlin managed to stay alive, beating that Scout with his needles there. So when it gets out again, Nox, though, Uber advantage has swung in favor of Epsilon, of course, and they are already into that garage area. Mike going up top, as you can see, and well, looking like TCM will not contest. But Rive might be in trouble here. Rive is caught, and Mike's still walking forward. Uber has been popped as they cap. Someone needs to take care of Mike. Mike takes down Marilyn, so disaster for TCM. They're going to be finding it hard to hold on here as the rest of the Epsilon team, but there is a heavy arcs.
Yeah, that's it, but they've got to rely a lot on this Soldier, and Zebosai is so weak. Cookie does get taken down. Just that heavy is not going to stop this whole team. They do have Jukebox, however, and that's like another extra player on top of that. So, crucially, though, Epsilon keeping their medic alive. The medic wasn't the one who got headshot, so they'll be able to come back in with an Uber charge, and you can be assured they're going to use that Uber really early.
Yep, TCM need a pick here. They said they need a pick. They're going to find it very hard to get out. You can see, did anyone else see that? Does anyone else see that? You'll see it now. But here we go, Bash versus Jukebox. And in fact, Bash did not fancy it. Soldier comes in, and Mike denied onto Jukebox. Uber's in already. Gear rotating on the left-hand side. Heavy just dancing around, trying to distract as long as possible. Are they going to be able to hold on? Someone got Zai coming, Cookie down as well. 2 players down for each team at the moment. And TCM Bash still hanging on there. Only Gear left at 1 HP. Rive now coming into block. It's 3 versus Rive. Sticky's on point. Is he going to come into block? No, he doesn't. 2-0 the score to Epsilon. And yes, now 19 minutes remaining. TCM got to turn it around.
They need these fights to go over quicker. Epsilon masters of just waiting for the perfect opportunities to push in. If TCM managed to just get aggressive and don't give them time to settle, that's what they were doing on the other map, and it was working out well for them. If they do that on this map, maybe it is harder to do, don't get me wrong, but maybe if they can take the fight to Epsilon a bit quicker, make it a bit more crazy and hectic, they'll come out on top.
Yeah, Gear now rotating down that left-hand side. Maybe not spotted there. Actually got to come jumping in onto the Soldier on top of the crate. Mike taken care of as well. TCM not in the best of positions in that corner, and they've lost a few players. But no, Epsilon, including Gear and Mike, both down, so they've lost the damage dealers. Bash now jumping around Marilyn, and wow, TCM do win this mid-fight. Nox does get away.
They've got their Uber charges as well. They've got decent classes to move forward. A nice mixture of the different classes available. And they are making their way through already through that garage area, or at least the demo man was called that direction. We'll just have to see as Zibaside does move in through the Z. Uber is popped. Epsilon hold on to this for a fraction of a second. A lot of damage came out onto Nox. And where are the rest of the TCM team? Are they going to be able to come in and support them, or will they have to back off? Epsilon look like they've controlled this really, really well. And Zebaside does go down in the end.
Yep, Epsilon, good hold, not being baited out there at all. And, well, TCM falling back very quickly. Be careful from the stickies! Numlock nearly catches everyone. Wow, must have walked about through 4 there. But the scout down to the ground, taken care of by Shocky. And so will that prompt the push arcs all the way through? Both, the whole team of Epsilon there, all the damage dealers. Maybe they can keep it going.
Again, TCM are finding themselves on the defensive as Epsilon trying to carry that momentum forward. Is there going to be a bit of a stalemate here? Bearing in mind, though, that there is an advantage in favor of one team, so we probably will see that team make the push before the other. And
whether they know, Jukebox jumping in right-hand side, high and wide, coming in. No air shot, gets eaten in the air. Shocky getting the last hit on him, but obviously going for that pick on the medic. Epsilon pulled Epsilon back though. So again, it's just a little bit more of a delay. Of course, it was in fact TCM that did have the advantage, but that's all gone now, and they're ready to set up that defense on mid.
Well, they're down a player. Jukebox will be coming back in. Epsilon just trying to edge some ground here, and the Uber's been popped. Actually, not sure if that was a great idea for TCM. Epsilon now Ubering. They are going to be chasing them very, very fast here as I drops the player onto the point. Zeboside just getting a nice shot, but he gets taken down, and wow, TCM falling apart over on this mid.
Rive in trouble. It's only Rive and Jukebox. Only Jukebox. Let's see what he can do. Jumping in onto Nox. Bash gets him with a pistol, and that's a wipe for TCM.
So Epsilon again on the offensive. TCM, they are getting 4 players about to spawn. They might be able to get players in time to defend this, but they have to jump up quick, and actually it's the wrong classes for it. They really needed a Demo Man or a Soldier to be able to jump in to get there in that time. So Epsilon do take the 4th point for free, and TCM going to find themselves on last. 16 minutes remaining, there's still time. You'd like to think that they don't want to let another capture go.
So who's here for Epsilon then? Give us a cheer. Very quiet. Who's here for TCM? They need your help.
There we go. So TCM, see if they can respond to what the crowd wants, as the Uber does come in from Epsilon. Pushing in up top, trying to focus down the heavy. Great movement from Bibben. He's staying alive for ages. Not much damage coming out onto TCM players, and with that, Heavy still alive. However, 3 players down. Numlock's dealing damage. Heavy finally gets crushed. Cookie and Jukebox, the only hope for TCM, as Cookie with next to no health. No chance can he take down those 3 players with the medical alive. And Epsilon 3-0. TCM need to make things happen.
So exactly 15 minutes remaining. This is Multiplay's Team Fortress 2 Grand Final, sponsored by Aqua Tuning. This is the 3rd and final map between TCM Gaming and Epsilon Esports. The winner will be going away with £2,500, and of course, those fantastic water cooling kits from Aqua Tuning. TCM all to play for. Ox, run us through the 4th mid.
They need to make things happen. Their time is against them. They need at least 1 round on the board just to bring their confidence. And let's see what they can do as Soldiers both jump high into the air. Zebosai going in on the front to Nox, gets an immaculate rocket, crushing him, but is it going to be enough? They still have 5 players alive. Epsilon now dropping like flies. They haven't got the damage. Only Stefan is alive, and he's going to have to fall back as 4 players of TCM will be advancing through to the 4th point.
So maybe TCM responding to the crowd. What a fantastic mid-fight that is for them, and well, looking good for them on this round. Maryland ready to rock and roll as well. Time 6 on that capture point. They haven't got the time marks. They just need to get something on the board, get the momentum going, get that train going.
That is it, and again, they don't want to give Epsilon time to settle. They've got that Uber advantage, and yeah, as I said, they just need to get through as soon as possible. So once they've got all of their players there and all of them overhealed, you can almost expect them to make that push.
And here they come. We are watching Jukebox jump in through the window, comes bombing in. Heavy's there, changes his mind. Need to focus out that Heavy, but there is time on point going on. Uber does now come in. Jukebox still fighting with a Soldier on the pipe, but there is time on point. Surely TCM going to take it. Gear coming in to block.
It's
but
close.
they've lost so many players. Only Zibasai, only Bibben left. It's going to be Bibben versus Shocky with the medic. Can he do it?
Oh, it's going to be difficult, but just because he's getting that heal. Stefan has gone over heal. Stefan going in for the play.
He got the point!
On the point. Wow, Nox being the one to block that. Read that. It was close from Bibben. He died late, but it was a very good effort from that scout.
All right, so here we go. They're going to maybe switch it up. We will see. But TCM got to do something now. They want that score on the board. Let's help him out in the crowd. Does get the spy, only getting the scout. Turns some heads, but, you know, one's better than nothing, I guess.
That is it now. Our Epsilon just going to try and park the bus a little bit here. The time, 13 minutes. They have a 3-point advantage. We will have to see if they plan on making some sort of push or to try and get in. TCM just sitting in the back of that capture point. Obviously just waiting to finish off getting that Uber.
Yeah, so let's see what TCM do again here. Wanting to try and try it out, switch it up, try and get the magic going again, that TCM train going. Let's see if they can deliver on it. And he's actually, as you can see on the stream, has TCM now rotating in, trying to strike the spot point. Jupiter's on his own. Someone does come in to block. So much time on the point. Surely the scouts. Uber does come in from TCM. Only Mike down for Epsilon Arcs. Zemsai going high and wide, trying to get something going. And again, Epsilon denying TCM, but it's not over yet.
With the demo man alive, they need to throw somebody on that point just so they can get the spam in. But Rip trying to do what he can. This is still, the fight is still going on. Respawners are actually going to come into play if they can keep going. But Bash doing a great job trying to pressure them out. Bibben does go down. Rip has great help on him.
Soldier point behind. Gear comes in to block. Jukebox jumping in. He was actually the spawner, of course, went down so early as Spy. And will they keep this fight going? And after all that, we're back at Deja Freaking Winters, back at TCM, holding that 4th CP, not letting Epsilon get anywhere.
This is all advantage, though, for Epsilon because the clock is ticking away. And we're down to 11.5 minutes remaining. TCM still need 3 captures as they're looking to just peek in over on this right side, seeing if they can get any damage coming through. Great spam from Number, but Uber has been popped. Can they push forward? Epsilon do counter pop their Uber and try to pressure them back, but Soldier in behind of Zebasai, jumping around over to the point. He's going everywhere. The rest of the TCM team needed to come in and assist him, but Zebasai does end up falling. And will Epsilon try and push out with that one-man advantage? We'll have to see.
And here they come. Jukebox going to deny the Soldier entering that CP there. Maybe that's as well. They wanted just a little bit of a defensive sort of a backup there. Sit Jukebox back. What they did is you saw him rotating in, get the Uber out, bring that sniper into play when that Uber faded out, but nothing this time. But they will have another go, Arcs.
So let's have a look if TCM will be able to make it through the doorways. Mike takes a massive hit from the sniper of Jukebox. And, well, he's just getting a heal from his medic before he goes and peeks there again.
I think he's been called up or left of that house. It does get another body shot onto the Soldier. He's going to get caught here, surely. Mike does catch him. Will that prompt the push? No, it won't. No, it won't. Oh, wait, will. Numlock thinking about coming in. Front spawn, they've got to be quick about it because Jukebox will be back up in 5 seconds. And maybe too long now, taking too long.
Yeah, but they, to be honest, they should be content with just sitting on their last for the time being.
Yeah, I agree.
They are holding it really, really well. Having a slow round, it will work out well for them if they keep it going like this.
10 minutes left as well, so they need 10 minutes to do it for TCM. We're watching Zebasai come into this point, right-hand side, looking like it's thinking it, and they just want to get it right. First time, let's do it again. No, dodgy calls, takes a massive rocket, full-on rocket, trying to get the Uber out of Nox. Jukebox is going back, and there we go. Zebasai just saved by Mirren, and their great Uber, so weak, had 40 HP when he was Ubered then. No kills coming in as now that Uber fades. Still a battle going on the point. Bash is caught, maybe TCM in the ascendancy, but they've lost 3 players. Need to be careful, make sure Mirren gets out, but it's only going to be Ribe left. Is Ribe going to get caught? Numlock coming. No, he isn't. He gets denied. Oh, wow. And will the spawners come in time to protect this point? Again, Epsilon, quite content, Arcs holding on to that last CP.
That's it. TCM will get to go and have another go at this, but it is just eating into their time. Still 3 rounds down. Can they actually get something done? Epsilon holding on really, really efficiently as Cookie does go down. But Jukebox getting a kill over onto Nox and Stefan, 2 players down. What are Epsilon going to do in this situation? Do you try and push aggressively, knowing that the other team are or will have their Uber soon? And, well, we'll have to see how they are going to play this out. TCM are 2 players down, but when those spawners come in and that Uber charge comes as well, the hurt is going to be on for Epsilon.
Look at the health of the Epsilon players at the moment. Numlock's so weak. They do have a full roster on that defense, though. All 6 players now as the Uber comes in. There is a heavy there as well. Epsilon in a bit of a bad position here. There is time on point. There's still, Uber's still fading out. 3 players down
Nox
now
with
for
an Uber
Epsilon.
sword.
Nox to Uber sword as well. It's going to be so close. And finally, TCM do get a point on this 3rd and final map. All to play for, 8 minutes remaining, and the crowd all in TCM's court.
That's it. There's still plenty of time for them to do something, but they needed to get that round on the board just to say, hey, look, we're here, we're still in this, and maybe rattle Epsilon a little bit. 3 rounds is a comfortable advantage, but 2 rounds can go either way. Well, they can disappear very, very quickly. So we're going on to round 5 on this midpoint.
Oh, Epsilon seemed very slow there as well.
It did. Rip taking a slightly different route to Numlock there. Might have allowed him to gain a bit faster, but Zebosai gets a Numlock. Nox also falls down, but TCM losing a lot of their damage-dealing classes. It's going to be down to Bibbin and Zebosai to see what they can do here. Can they do enough? Zebo does have a nice high advantage, but 2 soldiers juggling him around. He's up on the crates, and Mike taking down both of them with a masterclass of soldering.
That's a wipe for TCM on that mid-fight, and going to find it hard. Saving grace is that Nox went down, and so did Maryland, though, so the only thing is that they may be able to defend slightly, and as you can see, look what I'm looking at right now as well. Oh, it's been called straight
well,
called straight away.
That didn't work out as planned for Mike there, but that is 1 player down, and TCM might try and push off of that as cones go flying into the air from the rockets of the soldiers pushing out there. Epsilon, are they going to be moving backwards here? 7 minutes remaining. TCM, if they can get another round on the board, it will definitely make this much more interesting. As TCM pushing into this midpoint now. Soldier of Gear does get caught. Mike's only just about to join the party.
Going huge.
And wow, Nox goes down. TCM still 3 players alive, but those dominant scouts we were talking about in the pre-match, can they come out top? Stefan eliminates 1 player here.
Maryland
but,
in trouble. Mike takes down Maryland as he tries to escape away. It's only Cookie left. Will he come out against Bash, Special Shocky, who are both weak? They're both weak. Does he know? And he does get the medium health back there. Ooh. Cookie versus Bash. And Bash wins it there, but it was 2-on-1 technically.
Bash proving all my pre-game chat wrong there as he comes in, crushes the scout combos. As Epsilon do manage to hold on to this midpoint. They have got the forward respawn, so it looks like Numlock's already pushing quite aggressively just to make sure that yard area is secured. And TCM, for the moment at least, happy to give it to them.
Yep, as you can see what we're looking at right now as well. Just trying to get that pick as usual. He's been called straight away, so no need to watch that anymore.
He still might get the scout though. Long distance Rocky needed a bit more than that, but he is in trouble, isolated behind them. Just going to mid, but I don't know if they can afford to give up this time.
Yeah, so Epsilon just controlling that yard area at the moment. Happy to fall back to 3 as we approach a 5-minute warning. The score is currently 3-1 to Epsilon. This is the 3rd and final decider map of the Team Fortress 2 Multiplay's Team Fortress 2 Grand Final. And Mike is through into Maryland, does force that Uber. And Cookie tries to force Mike back. And well, Nox hasn't used his arcs. This is going to be interesting.
That is definitely in. Comes the Uber from Nox now. They are pushing forward. Merlin in so much trouble. He's running away. Gear jumping aggressively round the corner. Hasn't managed to take him out yet, but 1 rocket will do it. There we go. Merlin does end up falling. Jukebox, what can he do? He's Ribs over in the point, trying to spam and just delay as much as he can, but Jukebox does get taken down. Rib could be in trouble. Scout chasing him. Bash again coming in with those scattergun shots. Cookie trying to defend and back him up, but Rib's so weak. Pistol coming out. Oh, it doesn't matter in the end. A lot of spam comes in, and Epsilon going to be taking this round. 5 minutes remaining with a 3-point advantage. It could be difficult.
It's going to be difficult. Never say never. TCM, this is the time to get that magic going again.
Nothing to lose now. They have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. All or nothing. We're watching Numlock again on this rollout, probably flawless rollout. Let's see which side he prefers this time again, going that same side as he did before, up top this time. See where he comes right there, of course, very quickly. Both demos exchange stickies. Numlock taking more damage. Let's see what Jukebox can do. Straight in onto Nox. Surely Nox going to get taken down. Great play by Nox. They managed to get away, but Jukebox and both Stepside still there, and Epsilon managing to come out of that fight on top. Courtesy of Gear, and Stepside down as well. Only Rye and Marilyn left, and can they get this 3rd CP arc? So,
I was going to say, if Gear could land and get that health pack and the other one, he would have been able to do a bomb, and it's asking a lot for Rib to try and defend that. They still have to deal with this one scout. Rib's not really reloaded. And what the scout's doing is preventing TCM from capping this out. He's going in for the medic. Merlin's so weak there. The scout knows he runs around the corner, trying to still chase him. Rip trying to go around the corner, still not dealt with him. And he's actually just ticking little bits of time here away on this point, and Epsilon Scouts now both united on this point. TCM might not be able to take this.
No, Epsilon could be tempted to block here, but quite content again defending from that yard. 3.5 minutes remaining. TCM quite urgently need another round on the board, or they will be going home in second place. But there's still time for them to get those water cooling kits from Aqua Tuning, and well, that's probably what they want more than anything right now. As we're watching TCM come in left-hand side of the point through that garage area. They've got that 4th CP, and Zebasai is going for it. Uber has been popped. Nox still hasn't got his. He's trapped in there, but there's still time on point for someone. Does get the Uber store. That is technically a drop, by the way. Will they get some points? Merlin there on his own. So TCM do get a round on the board. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left.
A minute and a half for a round. For well, each round. There is time to do this. TCM, if they can get a convincing middle win here, then wow, imagine if this went down to a 1-gap deficit.
Golden cap.
Yeah, it potentially could be, but we are on to round number 7 on CP Granary. 2 minutes 35 seconds remaining as players making their way into the middle. Long distance Sticky coming over from Ribber, not where Numlocked was going, unfortunately for him. As our Bash putting loads of pressure on Ribber. 2 scouts over onto him, take him down, but Nox is down yet again to a bomb from Jukebox. 3 players down for TCM, but the medic down for Epsilon. I think Epsilon have got the health that they might be able to just clean up these players here, as Zebasai is going to get focused down. Is he? No, he is tagged up with his medic, so they will have an Uber advantage, but they needed to do this quickly.
Oh, Zebasai, Numlock's coming in on him. Marilyn needs to get out here. Marilyn could be in trouble.
Oh, Bash takes him down, and you've got to feel that that is pretty much it for TCM's hope here, as Epsilon do push forward over onto this 4th CP. They've got the Demo Man and Medic just trying to get a bit of time on their spam, being kept up by Rib, which is preventing them from capping it immediately, but Epsilon just falling back so that they've, well, regrouped the rest of their team.
Yeah, they have fallen back, very far back, in fact. Of course, Marilyn went down, no heals there for the moment, and have a look at the chances, the percentages about even, and Epsilon aren't even in that yard area arc, so this is going to be a very interesting last couple of minutes. It's almost going Epsilon's way right now. Need something massive. If TCM Cookie gets caught, that's not going to help them on this defense. They know, Epsilon know TCM have to come at them.
They do, yep, and so they're just able to stall it out. 1 minute remaining. TCM Jukebox does get taken down. Cookie's also down. Epsilon will be able to push through with this. Merlin taking a bit of damage, taking him down to half health. As Epsilon do push in, getting time over onto the 4th point. Bibben does get also taken down. As Numlock pushing forward aggressively. Uber is popped for TCM. Epsilon not yet having this, but that means they're going to have an advantage if they can keep their medic alive. Mike and Gear both going down. Can TCM push out? But it's, well, there was some time over onto that point. Are they going to be able to take this over? It looks like they will be able to. GG's being exchanged. It is B on TCM at this point, and we have your champions.
Yeah, so 30 seconds left of this, a 3rd and final decider match. So your champions are going to be Epsilon Esports, who go away with £2,500 and the Aqua Tuning cooling kits. We have been the TV's Arcs and B to bring you the coverage, and well, what a game. 2-1 the match scores, and before you go anywhere, we will have the top 4 Cheerfuls receiving prizes. So stay around, we've got some great prizes, courtesy of our sponsors, TT Esports helping us out, Club 3D as well. We thank you for tuning in, and we will hand you back over to the main man, Bite.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Beta and Arts. Good cast, and congratulations to Epsilon Esports. Please stick around if you want to get a prize for your Cheerful. If you can put... If you can show me your Cheerfuls now. Come on, this is for, like, the top prize is like 400 quid, so... Oh yeah, the PREC bookmark, I like that. Hello. Congratulations. And that as well, thank you. That's good. I might actually, can I keep that? Thank you. That's a good Cheerful to use for future events. Sorry for the chaos, guys. I'm sure somebody may just die here and trip, but so this is for number 3. Number 3 Cheerful. Let's see. These are going to have to be really good. I'm not going to lie, because yeah, the price is getting more expensive and expensive. Balloonicorn to the rescue. That's nice. It's cute. It's cute. Kangaroos. You and the kangaroos, man. What the hell? Cheers, mate. Let's take a look. Might's love. Who's Amy? Oh, that's so cute. What's on the other side? I'll take it for that, actually. I'm just kidding. But yeah, congratulations, Sideshow. 6.4 hero. Okay, so we got 2 prizes left. I'll just tell you what the prizes are, courtesy of Club 3D and TT Esports. One is TT headset, the Shock, and the ATI HD 7770 graphics card, along with, which everyone wants, the Balloonicorn stuffed teddy bear, which everyone seems to want. This is for number 2. Congrats, Mike. Congrats, guys. Well done. Okay. Sorry. Nice poster there. Come on, guys, help me out here. Who do you think I should go for? Who should I pick? There's so many. No, I mean, come on. That would just be cheating. I think the one from... No one cheered for it. It says a lot, right? Come on. Spy one. Do you reckon James Bond? There you go. You can give it to him. Yes. Yes. Give it to him. Right. Top prize is for a mechanical keyboard worth around 100 quid, I think. ATI HD 7850 graphics card. So it's actually an upgrade scaled prize, along with the cooler. So it's about, I don't know, like 400 quid. So this is for for the best Cheerful at this event. So I'm gonna stop carrying this. It's quite heavy. Yeah, you can do if you want me. Yeah, cheers. It's somewhere around here, like the top ones. I can't. Oh, I've got to wrap it up. Okay, fine. Okay, Scully, which one out of these lot? Come on. Come on. Cheers Bite, maybe? The Cheers Bite one, do you think? That's not really a unicorn, mate. That's more like a pony. I thought that was its ears. Very erect ears. Come on. All right, then. Congratulations. Go and give it to him. Congratulations, mate. Enjoy it. It's a lot. Courtesy of, again, TT Sports and Club 3D. Congratulations to all. Thank you to all for participating. If you can just do me a quick favor, and if you've got any pens, you can just put them on the chairs. The Vinyl TV staff will be collecting them just so we can reuse them. That'd be great. So if you can just put them on the chairs as you leave, and we'll collect them, that'd be appreciated. Congratulations to Epsilon Esports once again. Commiserations to TCM, and obviously the best part is you guys. We had almost a full sellout here, so obviously 1,000 seats, so it's really good. And yeah, this is Bite at Vinyl TV, and hopefully we'll be back online doing more coverage. Cheers.